All right, it's the Bennington Show. Kicked it off with Sharon by David Bromberg. And I'm just finding out it's the first time Chris ever heard of David Bromberg.
First time ever.
And now you're the world's biggest fan, you said.
I love David Bromberg.
All right.
He's amazing.
Bennington Show. I'm Ron Bennington. There's Gail Bennington.
Yo.
I'm Ron Bennington. I'm going to ask now that each person in this show gives me $5 for being the modern day Nostradamus and telling you that these kids were going to get slapped down in Florida.
They definitely are getting slapped down in Florida. That is for sure. It's but I honestly think that it's not going to take the fight out of them, but yeah.
It just goes to show that their fight is nothing. It's like when Lisa Simpson starts smashing on somebody really big. She's not moving them at all. Wake up, kids. Your pain means nothing to the big picture. This is the United States of America, okay? This ain't fucking AAA ball. This ain't even single A ball where a fucking Jesus freak can sit around, hit an occasional home run, and then sign fucking merch for the next 2 hours.
I was really surprised between last night and this morning what a short time it took for people to start trying to discredit them as
dude. These are actors. These are fucking crisis actors, and they've been exposed.
False flag.
And then also, folks like Bill O'Reilly tweeting, like, why should we listen to these kids? We're really going to make... It's really funny that we go so very quickly from thoughts and prayers to the victims and their families to
we're saying,
these chumps.
First of all, thoughts and prayers means fucks and shits. It means nothing. From now on, I'm just going to say fucks and shits when something comes up. But yeah, they got an early morning wake-up call about what this game's about. We don't fuck with money. This is the United States of money, okay? That's what we're all about.
I think it's funny, just like after Florida's looking at porn as a health crisis.
But that I get.
Porn, dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
Guns being made available.
You don't understand, kids could see porn. You know what I mean? I make them start touching themselves in an impure manner. I came in one day, fucking Vito was watching porn. He had his pants down and he was fingering his bung.
Oh my God, that is dangerous. You're right. That's a health crisis if I've ever heard one.
You missed the outside meeting today.
I did.
Vito came down for it to give me some bad news, and it took 22 minutes for him to get to the point. I said, just tell me, Vito, what's the fucking news?
Oh, no.
I get wrapped up on details.
He went through 2 quarts of water before he fucking finally gave me the news. And here's the thing. Vito's the only thing keeping this Chris Stanley away from having a heart attack.
I'm not having a heart attack. I'm totally fine.
That's not what was talked about yesterday. I give him too much work, and he was spitting out having a heart attack.
Oh, no.
All because we're doing a Richard Pryor thing in 2 months?
No, that's not a reason. That's totally under control.
Maybe I'll tell the fucking Pryor family, we can't do this because Chris Stanley has let his blood... what is it, your blood pressure get out of control?
My cholesterol's a little tad high.
He's not going back to Austin this year either because he had to sit the fuck down last year.
I'm going to Austin. I'm going to be in Texas.
The rest of us healthy folks didn't sit once in Austin. And I had a reasonable amount of water.
He was slugging water, they say.
The Austin sun is hot, all right?
We were indoors. We were in a fucking bar at the time.
I was outside all day long, all right? I didn't hydrate well enough during the course of
Then
the
how
day.
come everyone in Texas isn't falling on the fucking ground?
They should.
Why are they just living their life like regular people? oh, Sharon, what do you do to these men? I said that same rowdy crowd that was here last night is back again. Boom, 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 boom. I wanted to tell you guys this story. So last night I was down at Gotham. I'm now calling it Lady Gotham. That's my new nickname for it.
That's cool.
So, you know where it is. It's right next to... Have you been there? It's next to the Chelsea Hotel.
Yes. Yeah.
There's a sushi seki there that's delicious. Also, a really nice donut place. I think it's Donut Plant. It's a nice little area. But, it's still 34th Street. It still has that old, sometimes New York feel. So I walked to the street and across the street to smoke a little cigar, so I'm not smoking it out front. I hear some shit behind me. So this fucking black dude, right, is screaming at his Puerto Rican girlfriend, "You lost the fucking phone, motherfucker! What the fuck is?" So he's just screaming at her. Apparently, she lost the fucking phone. So I just look over, go back to smoking. Next thing, I just hear this blasting. He's fucking punching windows as hard as he can.
Jesus.
He's banging these fucking windows. I fucking turn around. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude. No. Here was the funny thing. Then he goes back. He's yelling at his Puerto Rican chick. But I just see in this bank, a cleaning lady come just walking up to the windows. Like, what? Like, is there a delivery? And that's kind of like making me laugh, right? So now he's really berating this fucking girl. He's screaming and he's walking up on her and he's like standing over top of her and he's got his fist clenched. And I see this big gay dude in his workout clothes. He's coming from a workout place. And I see him just stop. And he stops with his stamp. And he takes his phone out. He turns around and looks at both of them. So now I'm looking at him, looking at them. And I'm trying to have a little bet. Is he going to World Star this or 911 it?
Right.
You know, because I don't know which way
Could
he's
go
going.
either way these days.
Yeah. So I'm kind of looking at him. And I'm seeing hit buttons, right? So I said, okay, he's going from the 911. Exactly when he's doing that, this fucking guy who's in a rage, he's in a fucking street rage. Again, I'm putting this full blame on global warming. This shit doesn't happen in February. This is an August fucking meltdown.
That's
right?
something you see on the streets of the city when.
Yeah, and it's a warm night. It's a warm night in August. So just as this guy's hitting this thing, right? The fucking black dude grabs his chick by the back of the neck and he starts act like he's walking her down the street. And she starts, trying to get away and he's fucking grabbing at her. And I just hear this. Hey, motherfucker, take your fucking hands off that lady. Yes, 911, he's out of control. He's punching windows. Get your fucking hands off. And I'm like, this shit's fucking on, right? Where does Ronnie B find himself in this? So I'm like, last thing I feel like doing is this. But do I want to walk away from it? What do I want to do? So I kind of walk over and do a flank behind the gay guy, but I don't say a fucking word. And what I figure is, right, the black dude and the gay guy, when they fucking pop up, I'll come through for a sideways cold cock or behind full Nelson slam to the street. But I'm never saying a word about it. Because I'm thinking in my head, I don't see me taking a fucking punch in this. You know what I mean? I have a plan so well worked out that I get to play a hero a little bit, but not a fucking thing is going to happen to me. This gay guy did not fucking care if I was backing him up or not. He doesn't even see me in the wingman spot, and he is not giving a fucking inch.
Holy shit.
I'm telling you, the gay guys have upped their game. And phones have changed everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the hot fuzz is there in no time at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, some of the most ruthless fighters and cruelest wit I know are on gay men because they've had to use both fists and words to defend themselves their whole life.
All right, let me just say this. He's in workout clothes and he's pretty fucking ripped. Yeah. And he's also, well over 6 foot and has what I would call a Chris DiStefano head. You know what I mean?
Sure.
He's got a nice fucking athletic head on top of this big body. And I'm like, and the fucking black dude was a wiry, but not, tall, but thin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fucking, that type too. I could just see him swinging like a fucking motherfucker, and I'm like, here I am. I'm across from the Chelsea Hotel in the middle of a fight between a Puerto Rican, a fucking black dude, and a gay guy. You know what I mean? Like, literally, how in New York could I get this? Like, what's going to happen now? Lou Reed's going to fucking cop from me? But phones have changed everything, haven't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it was very funny, like, how he was trying to explain And he's just yelling. He's punching windows and he's physically assaulting a woman right in front of me. This fucking guy, when they always say, oh, people neglect, this fucking guy did not have a second hesitation. He was ready to fucking take this down. It was fucking fun though for a minute,
Did they leave? Did they?
They were like walking down the street. The gay guy was following them, and here comes Johnny Law, which meant with my background, I had to get the fuck out of there. The last thing I felt like doing was talking.
Right, giving a statement.
I just wanted to see if my fucking plan.
Because what's your statement going to be? I agree with the gay dude.
Yeah. I was backing him up. I had a very cowardly, brave plan on how I was going to assist in this. I would probably either be punching in the back of the head or grabbing him by the neck and slamming him down from behind. But according to my plan, I was going to take zero fucking heat for myself. But the fucking truth is, no one knows when a knife is going to come out.
No, you really don't.
Chris tried to steal a fucking knife yesterday from Pit Doc.
Why did you try to do that?
It was
an illegal New York knife, too.
Yeah, it was a switchblade.
Not only could you not have a fucking AR-15, you can't even have a fucking switchblade here.
No.
You can't
What about our constitutional rights? I mean, if these constitutional rights are such a big deal, yeah. If there's such a big deal, how come there's places you can't have that? No one ever says that. Look at those kids, fucking shocked. Boom, 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 boom. Those Florida lawmakers fucking voted today. No, we're not going to even discuss this. Not a word.
They don't give a fuck.
Bump, do, bump. I watched the Last Picture Show today, man. I'm telling you, fucking Turner Classic Movies, the month leading up to the Oscars.
They got the hits.
Best thing you've ever want to see in your life. It's only nominated movies from like the 30s up until, I don't know, when is something an old movie?
I think,
you know what? Everybody write down what they consider the criteria to be an old movie. What is your criteria? Tell Jen I want her in on this. I know she's prepping her fucking Big Dish show, but that doesn't take her off the line.
Put that dish aside.
All right, just the criteria for an old movie. It could be a year. It could be, anything that you think would make something an old movie. Vito, you went to film school, so you should be able to do a slam dunk here.
I'm saying pre-2000 and shot on film.
Pre-2000? What? So you think The Matrix in 1999 is an old movie?
Yeah, at this point, yeah.
I love the classics.
I think if I saw The Matrix on Turner Classic Movies, I'd fall on the ground.
There's a wonderful old classic. It's called Clueless, and I want you guys to check it out.
Is it shot on film?
All right, let me see Jen, because she's the other fucking minor millennial. Look, there's the biggest posse. I don't recognize one fucking person in that
girl
group.
looked so familiar, though. She's very pretty.
Jen, what's your criteria for an old movie?
Well, I was gonna say like what they're wearing in the movie.
Okay, so go ahead, give me that. What are they wearing? Like a petticoat?
If I see a movie like I would say like a period piece movie, and they're wearing like something from the.
So the subject is old.
The subject itself is
I guess
old.
the subject.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you like a Civil War movie that came out today, old movie.
Yeah.
And let's say Planet of the Apes, since it's science fiction, always no matter when it was shot. All right, hey Jen, you just got Vito off the fucking nut box.
I'm gonna be.
All right, Gail.
All right, so my answer is films of the 1950s and earlier. I would say movies in the 60s and 70s. I would say, oh, it's a 70s movie. It was a movie shot in the 60s, but I wouldn't go, that's an old movie. But if it was shot in, I would say about the 1950s or
What are you
earlier.
basing that on, though? Why is it just the amount of time?
I think that it might be a style change that happened in the 60s to film, like film taking on a different type of relationship as an art form and the way people viewed it.
All right, I'm gonna jump on your answer, but first, Chris Stanley.
It has to be 4 decades old. 40 years. Anything made 40 years ago from like today, old movie.
Rocky is an old movie.
Old movie.
40
Wow.
years. He's
Okay,
basing it
I
on
have
4
like
decades.
the early. I thought somebody was going to go lower than me, so I have.
I thought somebody would say black and white. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
that to me used to be the thing. But your thing, the style change that you were talking about, is the studios stopped having players around. That system broke down
Right.
in the 1950s, right? So the 60s was very much of a, hey, what are we? And then the 70s where it really became like the director is king.
Exactly. And in the 50s, you still have things like the kind of studio westerns and musicals that were. That seem dated now. That don't
yes,
seem
there was
like
a tone to them that was industrially made.
right.
You know?
Exactly. And there are movies that you could see from the 1960s that I think, for the most part, subject matter wise,
Graduate.
that you could say, oh, if this
Right.
came out today and you
Right.
just changed it to modern times, this could be a modern
Yes,
movie.
The Graduate,
Yeah.
Bonnie and Clyde, those kind of movies feel that way because that's when they were both like
Yeah.
they didn't know what they were doing, and by the 70s they're just like I don't know. Some of these young people might know what they're doing with making movies. We don't know what the kids want anymore. But Vito sees it as 1999, and Jen sees it as any caveman.
If there's a frock of some nature.
And why did you pick 40 years?
It seems like that's a good amount of time to say like that's an old movie.
Are you basing that on like, let's say, rock criteria? Like that's when you would say like an oldie?
I would say this: it doesn't have to be old to be classic. I learned that from classic rock radio. Bump, 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 bump. It's very weird, but you can. There are times that I can get into like older films like Turner Classic and just fucking watch for days at a time.
Yeah. And it is such a different experience. They flow so different. The timing is totally different.
They're not cursing. They're not banging. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hey, Mark, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, Ron?
Cool, man.
Hey, I think Godfather. Anything before Godfather's old.
Well, the interesting thing about The Godfather and in that era is like Francis Ford Coppola was like one of the directors where he was an auteur and the director was king.
Right.
And, you know what I mean? So if you go back before that, now you can with Kubrick movies and stuff like that and say, look how Kubrick was more of a modern director than one of those guys who I've directed 112 films and this thing will be done on time. Becomes old. Like I remember like the computers and stuff in the 80s and 90s, let's say late 80s, early 90s. People were like, we live in such amazing technical times. Everyone's going to look back on this and this is going to be, and you look back on it, it looks like so ridiculous. You know, like what is someone doing with a floppy disk? Why did they even bother?
Well, yeah, that is weird is that you don't think about the advancements of that time period as a success. You only look back on it. It's like, look at how shitty that was compared to now.
Yes.
You don't go, oh, look at how far they came from like a decade before.
No, it looks like they're using fucking gas lamps. Which, by the way, when people are using gas lamps, they're like, can you believe the miracles? We used to have to sit around here with a fucking torch. I'd lay down at night. I didn't know if I was going to die. 844 Rock God, 844 Rock God. Look who it is. It's Chuck in Boston. Chuck, what's up?
I think what makes a movie old is when it has outdated technology. Stuff that we have now that's not in that movie, that's what makes a movie old.
Yeah, but that's getting to the point where it's fucking 5, 6. I mean, you look at the size of the phone on Seinfeld. It looks ridiculous.
I know, it does.
Yeah. And the tech in, let's say, Star Wars is amazing. We still haven't caught up.
Yeah, it's Seinfeld like 20 years old at this point.
So anything that's older than, like, if I put on Turner Classic and there was a 20-year-old movie, I'd feel like a fucking idiot. I mean, Wes Anderson was making movies.
Yeah, I think that Chuck's idea is similar to Jen's idea because one is outdated clothes, the other outdated technology.
Right, but their technology at the time he's saying was all we had.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where Jen is saying if you just do a period piece, that's an old movie. I have a friend who can't watch a black and white movie. He just cannot watch it. And he also can't watch anything really that was before he was born. Like, he just feels like it's nonsense.
Right.
You can't watch a Western.
No, a Western is ridiculous. These, like, people are on horses. Why would I even look at this?
That's how things used to be.
I know a lot of that, like, Middle Ages shit that you like just makes me feel cold and damp.
It is.
I don't want to see people in the mud and fucking...
Yeah.
I mean, as far as your favorite show, Tits and Dragons, I would say that you have always had the problem with it having dragons in it, but you also hate movies and shows that are cold, and it is very much a cold show. Like, everyone's cold all the time.
I just don't know why they didn't move south.
Fur coats.
Wes.
Winter's coming.
In Atlanta, Wes.
Hey, I was just going to say, old movies for me are anything like from the 70s. The difference between like movies in the 70s and now, it seems like you kind of walk into a story rather than they're telling a story. Do you understand what I mean by that?
Yeah, I'm not blown away by the storytelling of today's movies, which are you're in an action scene seconds into it, and that scene stays like that. I think that there's less storytelling now than even there was in the 1930s or 40s.
Well, I mean, here's why I don't really feel that way. Because if you insert the sentence, like someone saying, "Oh, you have to check out this really great old movie that I saw, Star Wars or Taxi Driver," it sounds
doesn't make
weird.
sense.
You want
to hear Bogart. You want to hear from the golden age of Hollywood. Yeah, there's probably, let's say, more in common with the movies that are nominated for the Oscar now with Scorsese movies than Scorsese movies had in common with like 1940s movies.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Even though Scorsese may not believe that. Larry in Bayshore. Larry.
Hey, what about if the characters smoke cigarettes?
They still do a lot of smoking cigarettes in movies today.
Yeah.
It's a little piece of action. Like, I see more people smoking cigarettes in movies than I do on the street.
I know, it is true, because it still is, it's cinematic, it's visually pleasing, and then it's also the way someone smokes a cigarette is always an indicator of a personality trait. You know what I mean? Like, you get a feel for a person the way they interact with a cigarette.
Now, in an old movie, you'll see a doctor smoking
right, that's
in a hospital. I forget what the fuck I was watching not too long ago. And it was like an older thing, and a guy was lighting up a cigarette, and they go, "There's no smoking in here." And he's like, "What?"
What are you talking about?
Andrew, what's up?
Okay, how about if you have a minority in a film, but basically they only get to play butlers, maids, or gardeners?
Again, I would say that's 1950s. I would still say that's about...
But that even still happens now. I saw this thing where there's a black homeless guy. I'm trying to think of the name of it because it just came out on demand, and I watched the trailer, and I was like, I can't believe they still make the Magic Negro movie.
They do.
Where this Magic Negro homeless guy was helping out this wealthier couple, and they were learning from him.
I know. The one, like a modern or a more modern one that I always think of as an example of that is That Thing You Do. Has like a Magic Negro character for no reason. Like, there's no reason to have that old timey, like.
He did get them together and made them realize that they loved each other.
And then broke the fourth wall at the end, which was so weird. Why did that happen in that movie?
That was fucking Tom Hanks directing that.
I know. So strange.
I think the actor's name was
All right. Queen Elizabeth has an interesting one that she tweeted to us. She feels like it's an old movie if every actor in the movie is dead.
I sometimes think that, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'll think? Like, I'll watch Breakfast and Tiffany's, and you're like, well, the whole crowd is dead, but I walk past Tiffany's every day. It's still there.
Yeah, that's still there.
And it looks the same.
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
That's fucking horrifying. That makes me think Chris will be dead soon.
No.
I usually think that about people in old movies and then dogs in not so old movies.
Oh.
It makes you really sad.
A lot of those dogs are probably going to live forever, though.
Oh, good.
Look who's on the phones right now. Your favorite comedian of all time, Nick DiPaolo.
Woo!
Nick!
Hey, kids.
What is going on with you, buddy?
What do you tell me? Black people aren't magical? What are you, racist? LeBron James, Michael Jordan. I mean, come on. Barry Bonds. This is magic.
You know what sounds great? It sounds like you just woke up with this opinion.
No, I've been up for a while, but this stuff percolates the minute I wake up. I can't help it. I'm marinating in it.
Hey,
but it's funny, you guys, having that conversation about the magical black cat, because when I worked at Chris Rock, we talked about the same. I think I actually did a sketch about what was the golf movie? Remember with Matt?
Oh
Damon?
yeah,
Bagger Vance.
Yeah, Bagger Vance, where Will Smith. Yeah. And I think he was like an angel or something, right? By the end of it.
Well, what black person isn't?
Yeah.
Come on now. Not be racist here. They're, but yeah. So they're still doing that, huh?
Yeah, it just doesn't end. It just doesn't end. I think this movie is called something like We Are Different, the Same, or something ridiculous like this. But the guy who played Dick Vermeil is in it, if that gives you any. I mean, it just lets you know that I've seen Invincible far too many times.
Yeah, exactly.
That I don't know his name, but I know he played Dick Vermeil in a movie.
I know who it is. It's and I didn't buy the character at all. They had Nathan Lane as Dick. Well, I got to run a 3-4 defense. Let's go.
What's the name of the movie, Chris?
Same kind of different as me from last year.
All right, now go down. Let me look at the cast. The cast.
Greg Kinnear.
Renee Zellweger, you will not recognize. Her face has been so altered that I didn't know it was her.
That's from people sitting on it. Hello.
Hey, Nick.
Me too.
Nick, what is this, the Nick is Right tour all about?
The Nick is Right tour is starting in mid-March, and there's a guy, I do a club up in Saratoga Springs. This guy, Tommy Nicky, runs it, and he's a great marketer he's just really good business guy. He drives down to the Comedy Cellar every Tuesday from up there, he lives up in, by Albany, and he drives down. He has been, for a couple of years. And he's just a real go-getter, and I play his club, and he saw that he could make a buck on me, and I could, but he's really clever with the marketing and stuff. So he put together this tour that starts in mid-March, ends in the first weekend of May. So it's me doing stand-up, and the beauty of it is it's all theaters and. No comedy clubs and nobody fighting over chicken fingers and bachelorette parties and horse shit like that.
You deserve this. This is great.
I do. I'm sorry, but I fucking do. I've been doing this since 1971. It's about time somebody picked up the fuck up. So starting. Want me rip? Can I rip through the places?
Please do. I got all the time in the world.
Sound like me on my show. 2 hours. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I feel like I've been here since noontime. March 16th, Clayton Opera House, Clayton, New York. March 17th, Wood Theater, Glen Falls, New York. March 23rd, Palmer Opera House, Cuba, New York. March 24th, Cohoes Music Hall, Cohoes, New York. March 30th, Regent Theater, Arlington, Mass. March 31st, Tarrytown Music Hall, Tarrytown, New York. April 6th, Red Hook Brewery, Portsmouth, New Hampshire. April 7th, the Bardavon in Poughkeepsie, New York. April 13th, the Paramount Theater, Rutland, Vermont. April 14th, Barrington Stage Company, Pittsfield, Mass. April 20th, Cortland Repertory Theater, Cortland, New York. April 21st, Steel Stacks in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. April 27th, the Majestic Theater, Pottsville, PA. April 28th, the Kirby Center, Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. May 4th, Jonathan's, Algonquin, Maine. May 5th, the Schubert Theater in New Haven, Connecticut. And this weekend, I'm at Governor's in Levittown, Long Island, if you people are around. But, so it's going to be fun. I get Andy Fiore, who you know.
Yes.
My producer. He'll be opening for me at all these gigs. And it's one show Friday, one Saturday. It's a fucking dream. Most of them are within driving distance, except for the first 2 weekends. But, awesome. I can't wait.
The fact that you can do this without getting on a plane is just fantastic.
That's why this guy is my god. This guy that put this together. I must have mentioned that to him, or somebody did. My old agent or somebody mentioned. And look, it's like a trial thing. It's already selling well at a lot of places. So if I will get on a plane. If it flies in this part of the country, then the Midwest is next, and then out west. But this guy really. He's something else, man. He showed up in my house with a spreadsheet of all the counties that Trump won and venues in those counties. So I called my ex-agent. I go, this is what you're supposed to be doing, Dick Cheese.
What they got to do is get you in places that don't have any tall buildings, and you will draw.
What does that mean, you elitist?
Well, I'm just saying this, okay? Time is up, Nick. Time's up.
Hey, I'm woke, man. I've played all those cities with no tall buildings, okay?
You may be woke, but it sounds like you're still in your pajamas, if I'm going to be totally honest. It sounds like it takes a couple hours to wake up with you.
I'm in my wife's camisole with no pants on.
Sweet. Yes. Well, I am excited for this tour for you, dude.
Yeah, this is so
really
great.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm happy, because I got the radio show to back it up and to plug it, and so yes, it seems like things are coming together, which means I'll be, I'll be diagnosed with a tumor in my lung next week.
And we'll all say this: oh my God, it happened so fast. Everything was going, and then he went to the doctor, and 2 weeks later he was gone.
They found a tumor on his lung shaped like Nancy Pelosi.
I think every tumor is. That's all part of it. All right, buddy.
For the love.
As soon as I get a chance, I'm going to come in and do your show.
Ronnie, the door is open, man. There's nobody I enjoy doing radio with more, a true legend. And please do. I don't have many guests. I have very few guests. And,
No matter how hard you try to book them.
I don't really try hard. I plan on having no guests when I started this show. I said I don't want to be interviewing the same 6 people everybody else is. I mean, Jimmy in the morning gets all the people who are promoting big shit because that's how that works. But nobody's in the building at 8 o'clock. It's me and the guys from Shade 45.
Yeah, and they keep the lights down low for some reason. They're magic. They're magic.
Yeah, they're magic, exactly.
All right, Nick, I will see you soon, buddy.
Hey, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
And seriously, keep us updated on this. I want to hear how it's going. All right?
Oh, you'll see it on CNN if it's not going well.
Okay, perfect. All right, peace.
Bye.
The wonderful Nick DiPaolo. That's a very cool tour he's put together.
I know, that's so fantastic. So definitely, if it's in a town near you, go check him out because he's really, really funny. And as funny as he is on the radio, like, you have to go see him live because it is so, so much fun. I had such a blast seeing him do an hour at the Fat Black Pussycat, and he just killed. I mean, it was just so insane. Yeah. So, yeah, definitely go out and see him.
I mean, go late so you don't have to see Fury. You know what I mean? That's my thing. I'm going to get there in time, but I'm going to eat a sandwich in the parking lot. No, Andy's very funny. And, he's going to drive Nick so Nick can have a couple pops. What are you trying to do, Chris?
Well, everyone knows the Nick is Right tour is happening this spring starting in mid-March. Go to nickdip.com for tickets and all the dates.
Why didn't you read off all the theaters the way Nick did? That would have been very, very exciting. Nick's buddy, Colin, had to, and it's up on the iBank today, he had to tell people that he was just joking with his Twitter because he said he was starting a Kickstarter because of his heart, and people were scrambling to see how they could give him money. And he's like, I got money. People don't get jokes as much as they used to. Bum, 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 bum. Hey, Lou, what's up?
Hey, Ron, how are you?
Hey, what's up?
I was just going back to the movie thing you guys were talking about.
Yeah.
I think maybe it makes it dated. I don't know if it makes it old, but the love scenes at airports where they're running after each other, jumping on the plane, trying to stop it.
Yeah, you can't play any of that fucking shit around an airport, that's for sure. Anything that looks like it can't happen today. The other F word would be another way of saying, hey.
Sure.
This is how fucking crazy people are. And I don't know if this is in the dish today with Jen. And it also shows why the left will always lose. There's a group upset that the new Black Panther movie doesn't have gay things in it. And you're just like, every fucking movie can't be for everyone. Here's another one to show why the left will always lose. Jennifer Lawrence had her picture taken, and she was in a very. Is this part of?
Yeah.
Okay, let's save.
No, don't.
I want to save it, but then I'll say this. Number B, not letter. Number B will take place during Dish.
Okay.
We have a special guest coming in for Dish today.
Yes, we do.
Is it Nick DiPaolo?
No, it's not Nick DiPaolo, but I think he would be great for Dish.
Nick is right.
To stay what like all the young people are talking about and
all the young Jews. Look at these poor kids are on every fucking network talking, and the Florida lawmakers just shut them down. They went all the way up there by bus. All right, my new prediction. This thing is forgotten about in a couple weeks. Everyone owes me $5.
I didn't offer it though.
I know, but I make bets in my head. Still thinking about that David Bromberg song?
It's fantastic, Sharon.
Okay.
Y'all know the name.
What are they? Are they speaking or walking? What are they doing?
I'm not really sure. It seems like some students are speaking to the. Is that just to the press? I don't know where they're making this.
That girl looks like Roseanne's daughter, from the old Roseanne show.
Oh yeah, not Becky, but who's the other one? Can't think.
Darlene.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
See, if you wouldn't have put the question mark, your big problem is you don't have enough belief in yourself. You just went Darlene.
I question this memory of mine.
I question this old heart of mine.
We also have a first responders winner from yesterday for the assigned Jim Florentine.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
Check it out. First responders. Get your bride here.
All right, can I say, when you plug the Nick is Right tour?
Yeah.
There are people who thought that you dropped the N-bomb.
What?
Yeah.
I would never.
They thought that you said N-bomb right.
Oh my God.
It's the Nick is right.
I'm worried you're going to have a heart attack.
No, my heart's fine. It's healthy and strong.
You think so?
Are you going to do this thing or not?
The winner of the assigned Jim Florentine book.
Easy. It's when you rush like that you end up saying racial slurs.
Is Baron Von Bonsai on Twitter. Baron Von Bonsai. He tweeted.
Not his real name.
No. Love hearing at Mr. Jim Florentine and Mr. Luke Florentine on at Bennington show today. Luke really should get to tell the Magic Johnson joke. He's the next big thing, and I hope Luke comes back to Bennington soon and brings his dad with him at Gail Ann.
How about when his big laugh is, I think my dad is gay. Billy Graham died. I don't know, do you guys even remember Billy Graham?
Yeah.
He used to play stadiums when I lived in Florida. Stadium. I never got the appeal. I never thought, there's plenty of those guys. I'm like, oh, what a great public speaker. But everyone loved Billy Graham, and every president, I don't know, I think you got to go like from Eisenhower to Barack Obama. He was like showing up all the time and praying with them.
Yeah.
Like, don't worry about the Cuban Missile Crisis. I'm going to call on the Lord right now.
Also, I learned from the show, the Queen, that Queen Elizabeth also was very taken with him and would invite him all the time.
I thought you were talking about our Queen Elizabeth because you brought it up. No, he was known all over the world.
Yeah.
But I'm not kidding you when I said he would sell out football stadiums. He played Madison Square Garden, right? 100 nights in a row.
What?
Yes, 100 nights in a row. Didn't sell many seats, but he was there for 100 nights. No, 100 sold out shows.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I don't know what he did with the money. I guess that's his business.
It's went to God.
I really like this young girl with the glasses.
Oh, yeah, she's got a cool style.
She's got mom glasses, but she's a little girl. Oh, is that a jacket or a shirt? That thing is great.
I think
it's a jacket.
It looks like it should come with a very thin sword, like in one of those French swords. She wants to know how many more people have to die. I'm going to say 10,000 before they listen to you. I feel so superior right now. So superior for predicting how quickly it would turn on them. Like you said, thoughts and prayers come to you are a dirty, dirty person.
Yeah, that was pretty quick. That turnaround was a lot faster than I thought. They were like, actually, I hate these kids.
I know it was coming on the exact things. That's why I went $5 from you, $5 from Chris.
But I didn't agree to this.
$5 from Jen.
I owe it to
And I went $10 from Vito.
Good.
Why am I getting double?
Everybody gets doubled every once in a while. So you never know when it's going to come.
Okay. I'll take
That's how I bet.
Seems like you make your own betting rules.
Oh, yeah. So does Vegas. You know? And what I like to say, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
That's good.
I also say what money comes to Vegas stays in Vegas, and I have a big laugh. Dave, North Carolina. Dave, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Ron. Love you guys. Love your show. Jen's wild. Love to hear her all the time.
Well, if you love us, go to that Nick is Right tour, because he is funny.
Dude, I'm down here in North Carolina. I'd love to get up there. But anyway, you know, you're talking about Billy Graham playing these stadiums, and that's amazing. But he would do them for like 10 days in a row.
Yeah.
He'd have like 15,000 volunteers, ushers, all that kind of stuff. It was amazing.
I never thought he was that good of a public speaker. Like some of those guys I think are great.
Yeah.
But Billy Graham, I always thought he looked like Chet Atkins, and that's just my own thing. He looked like the country picker, Chet Atkins. Look, Chris is trying to get both.
You look at some of those pictures, he had long hair.
Well, yeah, during the 70s, every man had long hair. You know what I mean? He didn't during the 60s. And in the 70s, everybody's dad went like this. I'm going to let the hair grow and come in with some fucking sideboards.
Yeah, he was amazing, but he was apolitical. I mean, you kind of knew where he stood. But,
they say that, but, you know,
yeah.
I never thought he was. But I'll also say this if I can. He got called home.
Yeah, they do like to say that. Chris, I think he means a younger Atkins.
I don't know why he needs the Who are you pleasing besides yourself?
Trying to please us as a group.
If you would have pleased us, you would have went with the fucking mustache gimmick. As of right now, you and Vito look exactly the same today. Now, I was talking with my friend Mike Kaka yesterday, and he goes, I've been watching Chris a lot on Instagram. And my hand is up, and I'm swearing on Billy Graham that what I'm saying all is a true story. And he was told, that's not Chris, it's Vito. And then he said, oh, good, because I thought Chris was looking like shit. And listen to that healthy laugh.
Oh, yeah.
So,
fucking shit. That's great.
I mean, if you see us in person, Chris is much unhealthy. Oh, fuck.
Oh, man.
Fucked up.
Sorry,
Radio's
bruh.
hard, isn't it, Vito?
Sorry, bruh.
Use your words.
He has no words.
Jerk off.
Say it in Italian. It's easier for you. It's when he has to go to Italian and English in his mind.
The thing is, I watched the two of them. It was like comedy and tragedy masks flipping. Like as soon as like you said that they were mistaken, Vito had this face like, that's funny. And Chris looked upset. And then you said the last line and they switched at the very same moment.
He's significantly fatter than me. Look at his stomach.
He just thought that he looked bad. Is all that.
It looks shitty, that's all.
It does get sweaty in my room.
It's sweaty, and to be honest, you are, scantily clad every time
I wear my tank top. I accidentally called it the wife beater zone the other day.
Do you think you're being controversial?
No, I said it and I immediately regretted it.
Here's what I regret. You ever thinking you'll be married.
Chris is so happy.
It's ludicrous right there.
Is it?
It is. Wow.
What's his story?
He's in Fast and Furious movies now.
That's his main source, right?
But he hosts Fear Factor right now.
I did not even know that was still on.
It's on MTV.
That's why I didn't know it was on.
Mateo Lane hosted something on MTV last night.
Did he? What did he host?
The Challenge After Show.
Would have liked to have seen that.
What's the challenge show?
Remember Real World Road Rules Challenge?
Mm-mm.
Oh, well, they used to challenge each other.
You know what I fucking remember? Duran Duran. Then when I think of MTV...
I can tell by the way you answered, you do remember it.
This is what I remember. Take on me.
Take on me.
I remember Martha Quinn, my friend.
You love Martha.
It never got any better than that. Freddie in Seattle.
What's going down, guys? I just want to let you know that I totally agree with you that the Black Panther, quote-unquote, debate is fully stupid. But just to let you know, the reason that people are bitching is because in the comic book, the country where Black Panther's from, Wakanda, it has an all-female army, and they are all lesbians. So
that you're saying because they cut out something specific.
Right.
That happened with Deadpool as well, that he was Pan in Deadpool.
Oh, really?
And he was not in the movie. But you have to remember, children see these movies. Okay?
Well, and it's fully D-plot. Like, what are they going to do? Stop fighting and, like, scissor in the middle of the battlefield?
I would not mind saying that.
Sounds pretty good to me.
Chris, have you seen Black Panther?
I have not seen
Racist,
it yet.
Vito, have you seen it?
No.
Racist, Gail?
I'm going to see it this weekend, so I'm delayed racist.
You just want to wait until the blacks stop singing it. Like it's safe to see Black Panther. Take on me. Is that song in it? That song in Black Panther?
I think it is.
Because that wasn't in the comic book. He got out of the comic book. In the MTV comic book that I saw. Bump, 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 bump. I'm hungry today, Vito. What time's the food arrive?
Yeah.
What do you get?
Snickety
Sushi?
snacks.
I mean, I can make food up here.
Make food up here.
I can make food. I can make some food happen for you guys. I can put a delivery order in.
But you know what make food means, right?
Yeah.
It sounds like, yeah.
I'm not going to cook, but I'll make
But
something
why would
else.
you say it then? That's like me going like this. Hey, I could build an ark, or at least we can get on the Staten Island ferry.
I just meant I'll make it happen.
You're a derailer, son. You're a fucking derailer.
I just answered the question about the food.
No, you did not. You answered
You
it by
said you were going to
derailing
cook us a meal here in the company kitchen.
Mitch, what's up?
I want to say what they're talking about the Black Panther movie. Well-known fact that the black actors in that movie are all on the down low, so they do have black people.
That is unbelievably offensive.
Edgy.
Why? It's funny.
Yes. I am offended. It may be funny to you, sir, but I don't live in your dark ages. And by dark, it has nothing to do with black. The Parkland kid is talking right now and has a sweat stain on his fucking shirt.
I think that's just a shadow.
First of all, we already have speakers, and now we're on to every other speaker. You already have the best speaker in your school. Did you see what she was doing today?
No, I didn't.
What was on her Twitter?
I didn't see.
What is her name? Something. Right?
Emma Gonzalez.
Don't put it on there. We'll put it up here. But, you got it up, Chris?
Come bring it up now. Yeah.
You just said cone.
Cone.
All right, hit that thing.
All right, here we go.
Volume, Chris, please.
Chris, I can't hear it.
And she's shaving her head down to this song. But why this song? Now look how a small girl looks when she shaves her head.
I know.
Now, by the way, that is a 50-year-old song. When she's just singing away while she's shaving her head. She's also pissed. Bump, 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 bump. John, what's up, buddy?
Hey guys, what's happening? Hey, I heard you guys want lunch. Let me order you guys pizza.
Oh no, we're sick of pizza. I got a news for you.
Oh, you guys do a lot for us on holidays. You guys work.
Well, yeah, Chris made us work on President's Day. That's right. That's very sweet of you, but no, thank you. But
Negatory
goodbye. It's very nice of you to say. Isn't it weird that a listener would care more than a producer?
Yeah, it is
or two
kind of
producers
weird.
that look exactly the same.
Are twins?
Vito looks much worse than me.
No, not really. Not when you wouldn't pay off your fucking bet. And now, if anyone ever loses a bet to Chris, keep the money in your pocket. What do you want us to do? Read fucking things, Chris?
Talk about AP Bio.
I'm not going to do that now. Trina, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, girl, hey.
Hey, girl, hey.
Where does that come from originally?
I don't know where it is originally, but Wake Up with Taylor would say it.
But I see it on TV.
Yeah, but it's said a lot. Yeah.
But who started it? That's what I want to know.
I don't know who is original gangsta. Hey, girl, hey.
Trina, what can we do for you?
I was just calling to say I remember Duran Duran, and I miss MTV when they really played music. And do you remember sitting around the TV on Friday night waiting for the new video, waiting for Michael Jackson's Thriller?
My family couldn't afford cable, so I just only watched Friday night videos on TBS.
Yeah, but wasn't that great? Actually, videos and...
Yeah, but now you can watch them on YouTube. They just can't... No one is going to watch... And plus, kids don't like music today.
Yeah, that's true.
No kid likes music.
They like noise.
When you said that, I was like, oh my gosh, this took me back, and we must be close to the same age.
Let me ask you this, Trina. What was your favorite video of all time? Take On Me?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
My favorite video of all time?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
It's a tough one, isn't it?
Wow, that is really hard because, I don't know, anything George Michael did, because we all thought he was straight back then, and all of us girls pretended like we could get him.
And you know what the funny thing was? You couldn't.
Uh-huh.
You just couldn't.
No.
Thanks, darling.
No.
Take care, Trina. George Michael was very, very big. The other guy, Andrew Ridgeley, not so big. I mean, when Wham broke up, bad day for him. That'd be like you breaking up from your future. Let me talk a little bit about AP Bio. I've been talking to folks about this because it's a brand new TV show that I want everybody to watch. Thursday, March 1st, there's a great new comedy coming to NBC called AP Bio. It stars Glenn Howerton from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia as Jack Griffin, a disgraced Harvard philosophy scholar who ends up teaching advanced placement biology at a high school in Toledo.
Except he has no interest whatsoever in teaching the kids biology.
None.
Instead, he'd prefer to teach the smartest kids in school to help him get revenge on his academic rival. And believe me, Jack will stop at nothing to get his revenge.
AP Bio is smart, it's outrageous, and I think you'll agree it's funny in a sick, twisted kind of way. AP Bio also stars comedy legend Patton Oswalt as the school principal doing his best to keep Jack in line. The show is from executive producers Seth Meyers and Lorne Michaels from SNL.
Critics are raving that AP Bio is hilarious and a laugh-out-loud funny. You won't want to miss this show. Catch the premiere of AP Bio starring Glenn Howerton and Patton Oswalt Thursday, March 1st on NBC.
This week's Dish segment is presented by Dish, TV's leader in voice technology. Dish tuned into you. To learn more and sign up today, call 1-844-CALL-DISH, go to dish.com, or visit a local retailer near you.
Jen, who is your guest for Dish today?
Today we have Godfrey.
Yeah!
What's up, guys?
Good to see you, man.
The legend himself. Yeah. I'm Stead. I'm finally in here.
Yeah.
Bennington, when are you going to do Bennington? When are you going to do Bennington? I see Bennington in the bathroom like, hey, I'm here. We coordinated it.
We made it happen.
What's happening?
Well, Jen's going to read us some stories. We'll all jump in and see what's happening.
You're going to read us stories, Jen?
Yes.
Jen reads and stuff.
Yes.
You read stories. Look at you, because Jen's she just smiles and takes care of her business now. So she's reading paragraphs in front of me.
Yes.
Great. This is amazing. Okay, go ahead.
Well, right now everybody's talking about the internet being mad over Jennifer Lawrence. People are upset because she wore this dress to her premiere for Red Sparrow in London. It was a Versace dress, really nice. And they said she would...
Well, you need the picture with her and the guys, Chris.
Yeah.
That's the
Let's
one.
see this.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's not.
Very sexy dress.
Let's see. Is it the black dress right there?
Yeah.
Here's what they were mad about. She was dressed like that, and they were dressed very sloppy and not give a fuck.
Right, and in coats.
Yeah, and they said that they were sexualizing her.
Right, and that they were like, if it's so chilly out, why can't she have a coat?
Did they force her to wear that dress?
No,
Not
she
only
wore it
that,
on her own.
but more sex things. Too. They forced her into a couple.
It's the
things.
Hunger Games, baby.
Yeah.
But it is funny that is still like the way it works is like, JLo, you're going to be taking off the coat, right? I mean, come on, we got to sell the
Are they
tickets
out?
here.
Where are they?
They're
In
outside in London. But she said no one told her to take off her coat. She said I spent a lot of money on a Versace dress, and I
she's
wanted to
showing
wear
the
it.
whole cut. Look at the cut. It's so couture. I mean, look at the one
No, it's
leg
fantastic.
out.
Yeah,
That's like Roger Rabbit, isn't that Jessica? What's her name?
Jessica Rabbit.
She has a lot of Jessica Rabbit vibes, like her curviness is.
I like the front. It's not too much cleavage there, like she has a lot, but it's like I like how it's very subtle. It's very tasteful. I like the V right there.
But it is so funny if you look at the way like just guys dress versus women dress is very funny. And guys are just like
some women dress like dudes too.
Yeah.
A lot of women like to wear guy clothing, but I don't see what the problem with it's Jennifer Lawrence. She's like, I'm the star of this.
Yeah, it is. But the thing is that women just assume that she was forced into that because everyone's
They're
crazy.
getting ridiculous.
Yes.
Stop it.
Yeah, everyone is insane.
What is it like? Fashion rape? I don't know. What are you talking about?
I feel like I've been fashion
It's
raped my whole
like
life.
this. You've been fashion raped, and we don't really appreciate that. What's it called? Fabric assault.
Yeah.
They're coming up with all kind of bull crap, man. I'm not listen.
Yeah.
Bennington, I'm not saying that. Of course, men are horrible, and it's. I believe a lot of these women because men do a lot of horrible stuff, and I'm glad that women are speaking up and shutting all that crap down. Yes, but now it's getting way over. Relax.
I don't mind the Harvey Weinsteins, the Chris Stanleys. They both. You've done some horrible things in the past. You have to pay for.
And
it.
I'm still friends with Chris.
Yeah, I'm friends with him even after what I've seen him do.
But what's amazing though is. It's amazing what they've done, though. All these allegations. It's like, how did you have the nerve to even go there? Like, if a girl goes no to me, I go, all right. That's scary to me
That's
enough.
a special type of personality. When you're like, no, okay, what about if I take my penis out? Does that change things?
What I always do is put my nuts in her purse. I'm like, hey,
and zip it up.
Hey,
and zip it up.
I didn't like him so much before, but now I saw his nuts in my purse.
And then it's like
my mind's changed.
I believe this. This is what happened. The women that did give him some ass enabled him to do crazier stuff. Because I'm sorry, I know some actresses and they'll do anything to get on anything. And Weinstein was Weinstein could put you in a movie the next day and you become a movie star. That's how much power he had. And I know there were women that did give him some because he's a pile of shit with eyes, dude. That's real talk. And I'm sure women gave him hey, yeah, I'll give you some, put you in a movie. And then he said, well, I'm this powerful. Let me try something else.
Yeah, let's see where it goes.
I'm going to jerk off in my hand and you're going to watch. See what happens. That's what I think happened. Right.
Or a plant.
One of them he just came into a plant.
Yeah. She's
he was a bee.
Miracle grow.
You think that girl is like, me too, but also plant.
Yeah.
Also plant suffered probably worse than me.
You think there's a plant rape too?
Yeah, there can be.
Would that be flora and fauna?
Yeah, that's... Go ahead, Jen.
Well, Adrian Brody and Heidi Klum seem to be a new Hollywood couple. They were seen flirting at Mr. Chow's in LA. They said it was a mutual thing. It might be a possible couple.
You think he can follow Seal? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
No, I don't think
You know how white dudes feel
Yeah.
when you've had a black boyfriend.
Never go back.
Never go back.
I will say this: I don't think Adrian Brody could ever even follow the piano. He did one movie, and it's 18 years later. Yeah, 18 years later, no one can name another Adrian Brody movie.
Yeah, and Heidi Klum, I mean, she's so German.
Yeah.
That's just scary. Like, after
Right.
Seal, he'll be like, and what do you think you're going to do?
I know.
You think you can follow Seal? I don't think so.
1 minute you're my boyfriend, the next you're out.
Yes.
Wasn't there just a
Scheiße.
Seals just did something not too long ago that
About Oprah.
Oh.
But
really?
Seal said, I think they misconstrued it, but Seal said that Oprah, with all those pictures with Harvey Weinstein, she's kissing him and friends with him. She goes, which you guys celebrate, you guys seem like you're celebrating and not addressing the assault allegations. That's what Seal said. And Oprah's like, Oprah, I don't know. I'm not really sure, but you're not really addressing, the situation. And then Oprah was like, Oprah can make the weather change.
Yeah.
So Oprah was like, yo, all of a sudden, Seal, something happened. Some lady came out on Seal.
Right.
And it was like, and Seal was like, no, I didn't mean it like that. What I meant was, woo! Oprah can make the weather change.
Yeah, Oprah is.
It's only one day because Oprah did it.
Yeah, that is true.
Oprah can buy weather, give you free weather.
Like, even Trump tweeting about Oprah, like, immediately I saw that and I was like, that's not going to work out for you. You're not going to change any minds.
I love how Trump, Oprah, I don't think you're real.
That's good. That's good, Trump.
You're not real. Oprah's not real. She's fake. I don't care. I don't even buy your magazine. I'm going to get a magazine. Call it T. Like you got O. It's going to be T-O. Time out. How's that? Is that right? Oprah, I'm sorry. I apologize. Oprah was like, don't go there with me, Trump.
Yeah.
Seriously? Don't go there with me. Seriously? I'll take your hair from you. That's real talk. Oprah's like scary, like powerful, like in a weird way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, that's really the main reason that it just was like when people started to talk about her running for president, like that would be a step down for Oprah. Like she is in a power position right now.
Everything with her, does it ever even looks like she works hard though? Like it doesn't to me. It's just like things are brought to her. I remember when she was at Sirius, she got a ton of money. Didn't fucking do a show. Didn't do a show. And she came here one day and they shut the place down. Everybody was going crazy. She had her own fucking elevator. The elevator, there was an elevator operator here. We never had that before.
built it that day.
Yeah, we've never had that before.
Oprah can make things levitate. I'm from Chicago, so I used to go on the Oprah Winfrey Show in the 90s. I used to go. My friend worked there. I would go there all the time. I saw Oprah a lot of times. I used to talk to her. You remember when it was like Donahue? She was more like Donahue. She would ask, and I would always be there talking. I used to see Oprah all the time. She literally, when she walks in the room, you're like, you turn into a white woman.
Bounces.
You turn into a white woman. I scream like a bitch. Oprah and Chuck Norris will bitch me up.
Chuck Norris.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm sorry. It's the truth.
So Jennifer Aniston, she broke up with Justin Theroux, but now they're saying that one of the reasons they broke up is because Justin was very insecure because he found love notes from Brad Pitt, like Post-it notes around her abode.
Abode. I think it's great. I mean, that's it's Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, are they recent ones or old ones? Because that's the thing is like if I used to be with Brad Pitt, I'm definitely keeping old Brad Pitt love notes.
Yeah.
Really? Even though you got married?
Yes.
I didn't even know Brad wrote on Post-it.
Yeah, that's
Does he really? Brad Pitt, the baddest dude in the world, go like this. There's a Post-it on the refrigerator.
I just
want to let you know before I do this kick-ass movie.
I think they're just zigzag papers that he had licked and put up there. They said that the two of them used to get high as fuck.
Oh,
and her and Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston
Really?
used to just sit on the fucking couch for 14, 15 hours a day.
And watch Fight Club. I'm going to tell you, I met Jennifer Aniston through John Mayer.
Yeah.
When she was dating, she is the nicest person.
Sure.
Woo, she's so damn cool. And she was always my favorite. I never really watched Friends.
Yeah.
But she was my favorite as far as attractiveness. I would say I would date her. Like she's my she would be my type.
I mean, like for 25 5 years she's been on fucking magazine covers. She's had an incredibly long run. And if you're walking through the city past a newsstand, there's like 8 magazines and it's always her.
And she's never been off beauty commercials.
Never.
Like she did like hair, makeup, lotion, whatever, all the way through. She's never not been.
She does Emirates Airlines.
Yeah.
You know?
And what I like about her, too, is she'll have nothing to do with her mom. And I always think that's a nice, strong stance. Like, nope, done with my mom.
Did they not get along?
No, yeah. She just had nothing to do with her. Doesn't let her come to the
when you have
weddings.
that kind of money, you don't have to deal with your parents.
Yeah. But most people are like, Mom, did you see? I got a new commercial. You like it? She's like, no, you yelled at me. Fuck it.
You think she tells her mom, yeah, why don't you see me in a commercial, bitch? I'm out.
So are they back to, do you think they're going to get back together this still?
Brad and Jen? I don't think so. I think their time is up.
I'm hopeful.
I hope,
Oh my
but
God,
everything
cool.
comes back.
Maybe
Another
a booty
reboot.
call. Maybe
I would love that.
Maybe a booty call.
I think, like, at the very least, you're going to see them get together and then
I
break
think she's
back
in
up.
booty call mode, coming
she's
back.
ready
It's always
for it.
good to come back.
She's ready for
It's
it.
always come back retro booty, retro ass.
She likes having a gentleman collar.
But I do, if anything, I hope she gets back together with Ross from Friends.
They really were meant to be.
They had a lot of
They were
problems
on a
with the show.
break.
I couldn't watch Friends, man.
Yeah.
There were not too many black ones there. And you're in New York? Come on, man. I just knew by the theme song we were going to be in.
Friends and Seinfeld both
Same
were
time,
No,
no
barely
black.
any. No black. And
No
I
black
just couldn't
people in the
take,
city.
Yeah. Just the song I knew I was
Yeah.
like, there. We ain't gonna do that.
Everybody.
But at least Seinfeld had a bass lick. I mean, Mike come.
Yeah.
It's probably a black dude with the bass lick.
But yeah, he didn't even know a black comic on that show.
I think Mario Joyner, man. George Wallace.
Yeah, but all his buddies, he never really. Sometimes they were on for like a half a second, like a doorman or something.
That was so sad.
But
they get like a day player rate.
Yeah, nothing. Louis had all of his buddies on the show.
Yeah, me on there. Hell.
Yeah.
And I'm not even his buddy.
Yeah.
It was awesome. First 2 seasons he put me on. And I was like, what? But Louis has always tossed me an alley-oop. It's weird. He put me on a Chris Rock show 3 times. I was like, great.
Yeah.
And then he put me on his... I was like, all right, don't have to audition? It's like, what are you smoking? My friends don't put me on shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? And Louis just goes, yeah, because it's called Louis, not Godfrey.
Right. Yeah.
You know, when you put your name on the damn show, I think you'll be fine. It's okay to put your friends on it. Seinfeld said, I'm going to surround myself with people more talented than me because it's called Seinfeld.
Right. It is true. Everybody on that show was better than him.
Yeah.
Everybody on
It's
that
like,
show.
what's going on with the songs?
All those seasons and he never learned to act. I mean, he never learned. I mean, he still couldn't keep a straight face
Didn't
during
have
any
to.
delivery.
And every scene, you can see him staring at someone else's mouth. He's just watching. When they stop, that's when I do my thing.
And then, like, he'll try to, like, say something straight, but you see that he's smirking, so you're like, well, here comes the joke, because Jerry's already laughing.
It's like amazing. But he's like an expert, and you'll listen to him. If Jerry Seinfeld opened up an acting school, I would go.
You would go to
it. You know what I mean? Kramer! It's like, I told you, I love you. Amazing. Because he's a billionaire.
Yeah. He's a billionaire.
He's
He
a
takes
wonderful actor.
He takes a plane to his plane. That's how well he's doing.
Oh, he's so loaded. He has like a hangar with 40 Porsches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
40
then
Porsches.
another hangar just filled with coffee. So 2 things that he loves.
Yes. And comedians in it. He has a comedian already in each car.
Yeah.
That wait for him. They wait for his episode. Dash.
That was Bobby Kelly yelling, Dash.
Oh, Bobby. Dude. I think Bobby comes with gum. Dude.
Cara Delevingne and Paris Jackson, they're another new couple that's out right now. They were seen holding hands coming out of a nightclub in London. So a lot of people are just trying to figure
I
out
don't
if
know
they're
who
dating or
either
not.
one of these people are.
Paris Jackson is Michael Jackson's
daughter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, and who's the guy?
No, girl. Cara Delevingne.
Oh.
Yeah, she's the very famous. She's the very famous model, and now she's an actress as well.
Give me a close up of her.
You'll recognize her because she's just been like on everything over the years. She was.
Oh
also,
yeah. She was in
That's-
that. Yeah.
She's hot.
Yeah,
she's gorgeous.
And so they're a couple.
Yes.
Okay, woke.
Yeah. But they have been obsessed with like Paris Jackson's social media since she was like old enough to
I don't
have
think
it.
those are the kid. I don't think that's his kid.
What
Bullshit. Where's the black Jane? Michael was the original. Not real DNA.
I mean, she's very light.
She looks like
Anyway.
Sammy Sosa's daughter.
That I would believe.
Right?
What happened to Blanket, though, the brother?
Yeah,
why isn't he big?
I don't know what's up with Blanket Jackson.
That's why he's a blanket.
Yeah.
Is he
We never
covered
saw
up?
him. Oh, look at little Blanky.
Where's
He's got to be
Blanky?
older than that, though.
That's
now.
Blanky?
Yeah.
She?
He.
Oh, I know. That was a she shot right there, though. That one, that right there, like an age, that was like Miss Saigon poster.
I'll tell you, though, Paris, if Michael was alive, he wouldn't be having this lesbian stuff.
Hell no.
Because he was very, whatever his religion was.
Really? He was very.
Yeah, it was Jehovah's
Oh,
Witness.
right. That's
Yeah.
true.
Wow. Paris, are you okay?
He was like, Paris, you should be with a child now. You don't date anyone.
That's right.
that
How old
has
is she?
reached
How old is
puberty.
Paris?
I don't know what
She's
she
like
is.
a late teens.
Yeah.
I would.
But she was with a guy before this, right? Some
I
young
think
hipster.
she had like a young
Oh, she's
Yeah.
fluid?
boy.
Yeah, she's fluid.
Yeah, bisexual.
But then, like, remember she took a girl to the prom, and
Yeah,
that was
that's
like a
what
thing,
made it-
and
yeah,
everyone
I
was
didn't
like,
know.
"Oh, is this just a friend, or is this?" So she's 19.
Yeah, she had to go with her friend because she couldn't get a date to the prom. Now, she's the sole heir to the Jackson fortune.
I mean, it's got to be her and Blanky.
Whatever. Hopefully, she's not letting
19.
Joe Jackson keep an eye on the money.
Oh, boy. That's scary, dude. He's always promoting his record company.
How's he doing? Is he?
Well, at the funeral, at Michael's funeral, it was an open casket, and Joe was slapping him.
Oh God!
That's not how you die.
He wanted perfection out of those kids.
Yeah.
He pushed those kids.
Get a switch.
Yeah.
Man, Joe Jack, he was selling. I remember he was something he was at. It was either the funeral. He was like promoting his record company.
Yeah.
He's a sick dude, man.
And he has always been old. My
Always.
entire life, he's been old. I don't understand him.
Like Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah.
But yeah, he definitely did not look like somebody who could have buried a kid. You know what I mean? Like, he just looked like he's been old forever.
Forever,
Yeah, he's always been like 68. He always had a 68-year-old face. He's always been a 60-year-old face. Always. And what's up with Jermaine Jackson's hair? Can we look that
Yeah,
up?
I haven't
He
seen
looks
that.
so different.
No,
I didn't
that
know this.
Yeah, he
his
looked-
hair is made of vibranium from Wakanda. I swear. Oh wow! Look
Yeah.
at that. What is that? That's Kevlar.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, I guess he also like had some work done or something because he looks so different.
The hair. It's the hair.
Those
What is
cheekbones.
Hair. His hair looks like you can assemble it.
But I don't think there was anyone prettier than young Jermaine Jackson. Like
Jermaine
he
was
was
amazing.
such
Yeah.
a beauty.
Yeah, but now he's Grace Slick. I mean, what more do you want? He's got everything.
We built this city. Look at young Jermaine. Can we get an Afro Jermaine? There's a nice Afro Jermaine picture. It's like awesome.
Look at what a beauty.
Yeah.
He was good looking, man.
He's like
Good-looking
an
dude.
angel.
Is he still with Berry Gordy's daughter? They never broke up
No,
after all these years?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think they did.
Because that's why he wouldn't leave with the Jackson 5.
Oh, really?
Because, that was his father-in-law's record
Yeah.
company.
Well, Barry
He's like,
Gordy,
I gotta.
you know, what's this? Red Foo from LMFAO?
Yeah.
That's the grandson.
Oh, I didn't know
The
that.
big redhead kid. Yeah.
Really?
I know him, but I knew him before he got famous. But that's his grandpops.
That's
I know.
crazy.
And, I think he dealt with Diana Ross, too. Like, they had a kid. Like,
Really?
oh, yeah. That's why Diana was... She
Yeah.
was like pushed up in the front.
Yeah.
because I think Barry was like, baby, tell me, stop. Come on, man. All those songs.
Yeah. Love Child.
Love Child.
On and on.
Come on, man.
That's still the best music America's ever
It's
put out.
amazing.
Still the best.
And even though it was an assembly line type of thing, they still were the most talented.
It was an assembly line of artists.
Of real talent.
That's the thing is like that is really strange. It still was like a pop business, but there was
But they
like
were
quality.
really,
Yeah.
But these knuckleheads now. Oh,
Yeah.
Woo.
And Smokey Robinson was running a band, giving songs to the Temptation, producing other people. He's a genius. He's like the Stevie Wonder, another genius.
Then
It's
the
just-
Jackson 5,
the Jackson
then the
5,
Temptation,
the Temps.
then the Lord have
Yeah.
mercy. Sam and Dave.
Yeah, it was just one after
It was
another.
badass dudes, man.
Yeah.
Badass dudes. So now it's like, who's the lead person now?
Yeah.
Ugh, and Timberlake, what a joke. Let me think. Let me do Prince. Oh yeah. I mean, listen, I have to take his like borrowed black card.
I know.
He borrows a lot from us.
Yeah.
Well, most white artists do. But I'm like, even Elvis chilled out. Dude, what are you doing?
Yeah, it is very true. And you listen to those Timberlake, even from years ago, and you're like, well, this is exactly Michael Jackson.
Thank you.
Exactly Michael Jackson.
Absolutely.
Well, here's a little tidbit here. The Justified album, which I liked, was actually written for Michael Jackson by Neo. But
Wow.
he gave it to Timberlake. Because I was like, man, this is very Michael Jackson-y. But he wrote it for Michael, but Michael was going through all that controversy and said,
Wow.
here, Justin. And so Justin did it. Then Justin had the nerve, after Michael died, to try and do, their song, Shake Your Body Down to the Ground.
Yeah.
This jackass tried to redo it. I go, what makes you think you were going to do it better? I mean, not even Chris Brown did that. Not even Neo did it. No black artist did it. But Justin said, I have a suit and tie song.
Yeah. Look, no shit ever sticks to that Justin Timberlake. None.
No, thank
he
you.
just walks through this world without a care in the world.
Well, even after like he got some flack after the Super Bowl performance, I was like, well, that's not going to matter to him. Like
Nothing
he'll
matters to
put
him.
out another album and do
He's
well.
a
and he'll
surface. He's
And
like
that
a soft
fucking
banana.
restaurant chain that he ever tried to start.
What was it called?
Yeah.
They call it ugh.
And he even went with like southern food.
Isn't he from Memphis or something?
Yeah, he's from
when he was 2.
Now, can we also, now that we're on this, can everyone also stop saying like he's the funniest person and funnier than any comedian?
Unbelievably.
Are we serious right now? Are we serious right now?
I'll tell you what he is. He's confident. He's an amazingly confident guy.
Yeah.
Well, the business gives it to him.
Yeah.
Nobody smacks his dumb head and goes, you stink. How about that? Nobody, Hollywood.
Yeah.
They pump up a lot of mediocrity. And then the people who aren't get mad and they go, you're just bitter.
Yeah, right.
No, he stinks. He stinks. It's like sports is like the only like last area of like meritocracy where you go, yo, he can't dunk. He stinks. He doesn't know how to hit. Sit down. That's what I loved about sports. You're benched. Why? You suck. Oh, you're right. Get better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
See, singers can get away with murder because I have friends that are singers that sing over other people's tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Like if like Britney Spears comes in, I have friends that come in and sing over her tracks to enhance it.
Right.
And then they even run that live now. Like even when you sing them live, they're singing along with something.
And like the audience doesn't seem too upset.
The audience
about it.
doesn't care because they've got fucking taste for shit. They don't care. But they don't even put fucking musicians on the stage now.
No.
That's the fucking.
Even like this is what kind of drives me crazy is because like okay, so Beyonce can sing and she can dance, but when you see like when Beyonce does a performance, like there's all this emphasis on her dancing
Because I don't think the singing is that powerful.
Yeah, but I think like I
she's
feel like,
good, but when you dance that hard, it's tiring.
exactly. So like
First.
that's why I'm like.
First of all, they're not in shape the way they're supposed to be. They're not. You're supposed to be in shape for that. It's physical shit. You have to be in shape. I remember doing MTV, and there was one, Sean Paul. He's a really good reggae artist.
Yeah.
And it was the funniest thing because he was doing, the reggae stuff is a lot of dancing.
Yeah.
So he was like, just give me the light and pass the joe. And he started breathing, and I laughed with him. I go, dog. He goes, I'm tired. I've never been in shape. I need to get in shape, man. He goes, just give me the light. When someone does that while they're singing, when they go, Just he was so out of shape, and I literally made fun of him. I go, dude, you gotta get in shape. You can't be a reggae artist and stand there like Mariah Carey. How are you gonna stand in place and go, how you feeling today? We gonna stand in one place. You're Jamaican, bro.
Yeah.
It's what you were born with. You gotta dance and you say shit. Michael Jackson was in shape.
Yeah, Michael worked at it. Yeah.
He sang, man. Michael was in shape. Janet Jackson was in shape.
Yeah.
You know, people were in shape back then.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Fred Astaire, all these dudes, they were in shape. They had to tap. You know what I mean? And sing, you know? It's like, get in shape. What is this? You got all this money, you have an entourage, and not one person is trainer?
Well,
I do
they're
like
all
how
holding video cameras. Everybody has a video camera. They got a bigger... Woody Allen doesn't have that many cameras on any set at any time.
I do like though that Mariah Carey's trick is just to like be carried by men in shape.
It's awesome.
Like instead of dancing, she
Her
just
last
gets,
name is
like,
Carey.
literally
Carry me.
You know what I'm saying?
Mariah Carey.
Would you carry her? I would.
I like she doesn't even have a chair. She just have a couch. She's always lounging like a
She's
cat.
dope. I know. And she has a voice. She is talent.
Yeah.
So I can't say anything about her. No, it's like Sade. She levitates. Sade teleports. Sade teleports. She doesn't. She just like disappears and shows up every 10 years with a new album looking
Of course,
the same.
yeah,
It's
exactly the
amazing.
same.
Dish it.
So Ashton Kutcher went on a podcast recently where he talked about how he dealt with his breakup from Demi Moore, and he said that right after he got divorced, he went to the mountains for a week by himself, and then he went to Montana, and he didn't eat food, he didn't have anything to drink, just water and tea.
Well, that's something to drink.
Nothing delicious.
No, and I didn't have any food except for sandwiches.
Trail mix.
Now, was he saying that was like depression, or was he like doing like a cleanse and clearing his mind and trying to
Clearing his mind? That's just kind of how he dealt with the depression from Demi
He
Moore.
broke up with her.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So
then
what are you depressed about?
Yeah, what
You
are
made
you
a
cleansing
decision.
for?
he went into the mountains with a young chick. That's what changed my mind.
And they just drank tea. That's it. You know?
Whatever.
They just deprived
He should have just said
themselves.
this. I was really enjoying the older woman thing until 50. You know what I mean? Then I was like, wait a minute.
I didn't realize it was his. It was his call.
Of course it was his call.
It was his.
He's running the whole fucking show. Bruce Willis would still have been there today.
Yeah.
Still would have been there today if not for him.
When you know you can get younger, like, I'm out. You know what I mean? It's just a wrap. That's why when I don't know, when I see like when you see a chick with like with a deficiency, but she's cute, you know, she's like, they're always really nice to you. And I go, what if she didn't have this deficiency? Would she be stuck up? And I'm using the word deficiency so I don't piss anybody off. But I go, she's cute, but she has a deficiency.
Right.
And she's talking to me like, we're having the best conversation. But if she didn't have this deficiency, would she roll her eyes and be like, I don't have time?
Yeah.
So Demi Moore had a deficiency.
Age.
Feel me? Age. If Demi Moore was 20, but you were like, oh, I don't got time.
Well, who's he
But
with
she
now?
really
Who's
doesn't
his
have
wife
time
now?
right
Mila Kunis.
Clock's ticking on her too. I'd keep an eye on it. I'd keep an eye on it if I was her.
It's all about that clock.
Yeah.
Man. It's all about that clock. And all he would do is point at his watch. Keep talking shit. Keep talking shit. Keep talking shit.
Tick, tick, tock, tick, tick, tock. He's just fucking with her. So it's weird when people wait so many years before they say something like this.
Yeah.
Why didn't you just fucking say years ago? It's day 3. I haven't eaten in 3 days because I broke up with her.
Oh, you're corny. You're a cornball. Shut up. No one cares. You know what I mean? No one gives a shit. I went to the mountains. Did you go to the mountains? Was it the one you bought? Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut the hell up.
Jamie.
Mount Custer. Custer. What's this? Ashton. Mount Ashton. Shut up.
So Jamie Foxx, he recently had an awkward interview where they asked him about Katie Holmes.
He walked off.
And he just
I
walked
love
off.
that, man. I loved what he did.
Did you like what he
I
did?
thought it was hilarious.
He just looked and said, yeah, okay, I'm going to go warm up.
Yeah. Chris, you should be grabbing that.
Yeah.
I don't know whether Gail saw it.
Well, the day after, a photographer was asking for a photo, and he just said, do your thing. And he just said, it's Black History Month. That's what I'm saying. No white girls until after March 1st.
Not even on March 1st. You didn't wait till the 2nd. You don't want to be too frantic.
Watch this. So this is the All-Star. It was the
Right.
celebrity game
Yeah.
for All-Star Weekend. Go ahead and hit it, Chris.
Did you and Katie Holmes play basketball for Valentine's Day? Like some real loving basketball game? Uh-oh.
Look, this guy's worried about losing the microphone.
Watch him start jogging in place.
Look at the face.
They shouldn't have done
You
it.
fucking happy?
Yeah.
And that was
I could've lost the mic.
Jamil Hill's partner,
Yeah.
Michael Smith.
Yeah.
Michael Smith.
Yeah.
And I think he probably had a producer, an ESPN producer, in his ear making him to do
Right.
that. Because they always do that shit because they don't understand. Because they know something can go viral, but they don't understand how awkward it is when you know the person says, I don't talk about my personal life.
And then you bring
and then
it
you
up.
do it only to have a viral moment. Not like we're all having a conversation
Yeah, that's
here.
another
No
thing.
one's trying to get
'Cause the way-
Godfrey right now. Like, oh, I have this thing in the back of my head. If he says it.
I hope so, because I know I'm famous.
But the thing is, even the way it was phrased, like it wasn't done in a smooth enough way, and it was done so obnoxiously. Like, "Do you guys play for Valentine's Day?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It already felt like.
Well, I don't even know if
Get
they're
it.
really dating. I think Kay Holmes is a cover.
Really?
Yeah.
This is the gotcha moment I wanted with Godfrey.
I think it's a cover.
She's a cover again.
I think so with Tom Cruise and
Yeah.
certain people. I was like, it doesn't look like they're together. I don't know why. Because a lot of this stuff looks like business mergers or PR moves.
Right. Yeah.
It just does. It doesn't look authentic.
Right.
You know.
But I've never heard anything about Jamie. Have you? Have you ever heard?
I don't think so.
All right.
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know. I ain't heard nothing. I don't know.
Well,
I'm just saying it just doesn't look, it looks weird. I ain't
One of
saying
my
nothing.
when I used to work in Rachel's in Orlando at the strip club. One of my
I was like, what's Rachel's?
I was,
The grocery store?
How late did you dance? When were you
no,
on?
I never danced. I never danced. I would check IDs.
Check
in the
ID.
front.
There it is. Yeah.
She's a bouncer.
Okay. I was a cocktail girl.
Wouldn't even do
I
that.
was a cocktail girl.
But this girl that worked there, she did like, I was friends with her, so she went to Miami one weekend and she was like bragging about her weekend with Jamie Foxx. And it was like at a hotel. It was maybe, when was it? Like 3 years ago. I think it was when when her and Tom were about to break up. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. Because it was like the rumors were starting to spread about him and Katie.
Oh, so they were hanging
Jamie-
out and stuff?
Yeah. So I was
Okay,
like,
maybe it's real then. Maybe it's real then. Okay. I don't know. I just think she's just, I don't know. Her dating thing is always like, okay.
I mean, after the first one, it's got to be suspect after
The
that.
pictures
You're gonna
don't
take a
look like genuine half
Yeah,
the time.
that's true.
Yeah.
You know, that's all I'm saying. I think, I don't know. You know,
But on your show, would you ask when somebody said this is off the table for me? Would you ask them?
hell
that?
no, I wouldn't
Yeah,
ask
me
that.
neither.
Not Jamie. I wouldn't do that. I'd be like, oh, don't talk about that. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
No, do it anyway. Listen, I know they told me not to do it, but I'm an edgy man. I'm edgy. I pushed the envelope. I wouldn't do that. I think that can cause detriment later on.
Yeah, it's not worth it in the end. Even like for that, okay, so you get that clip, let's say, of him walking off, and you're like, oh, this is great for us. But then you never get him again.
Ever.
He tells people who are,
And he
you
has
know,
influence.
Exactly.
And I would say the same like when Colbert went after some of those guys that, you know what I mean? Whether
Yeah, I was surprised that
And
was the move.
Who did he
that
go after?
Well, let's see. Like, was it Ben Affleck? I think
Ben Affleck, he
Yeah,
made
he-
break out with a rash.
Yeah, that was one of them.
Franco.
Yeah, and James Franco.
Yeah.
He also put in.
Franco, whatever.
And, you know, but here's the thing. They're not doing that show like it's 60 Minutes. You know what I
Right,
mean? They're doing it
exactly.
to talk about movies. No one ever says, I want to go on the Colbert Show and talk about my personal life. Some of the people I've dated and some of my
just trying to
character
push a film.
flaws.
Just trying
I
to
think
push
there
the
really
film.
is. It's different than, journalism or, some sort of like, hey, this is your forum to talk about something personal. I don't like a gotcha moment.
I don't either. And plus, most people, the most interesting thing about them is their work. You meet a lot of creative people, and if they're not, let's say Seinfeld, for instance, nothing off stage about Seinfeld is interesting. On stage, yes, you can talk about his work forever.
Yeah.
But off stage,
you're like, what?
You know, what do you have? 2 kids?
But here's the
You
thing.
give a fuck?
With a chick that was underage? Right?
Yeah, well, that was for
nice.
Nice. She was still in high school when he was doing that show.
Man.
The thing is, too, about that is, like, it's not even just like, okay, so Colbert has his, like, gotcha moment with Ben Affleck, and then obviously that's going to piss him off. But I would be more upset, honestly, if you're the studio, if you're the company who put those people there, because then you're like, why would we ever try to promote our movies? Because that's why they do it.
Right.
Why would we ever promote if all you're going to do is try to get personal stuff about our stars?
They have to do these runs.
Yeah.
A lot of times they don't want to do it.
No.
They have to show up and promote the movies. It's contractual.
That's what always makes me laugh in sports is like ESPN. If somebody says something, they're like, he better keep his mouth shut. He doesn't want to fucking do interviews. None of these ball players.
I know.
sit
I always
around.
feel bad for them on the sidelines.
And they
when they're like-
lie. They just go, "Oh, I'm here for the team." You know what I mean? Like they take classes on how to say nothing during an interview.
Particularly, like they go up to somebody who's like they're down in the first half, and you go like, "What now? What do you
And
think?"
in the locker room, after
Yeah.
I'm like just showered, showering the blood off my loss,
right?
And I stunk, dropped 9 passes like this. What were you thinking at the time? Really?
Could you imagine?
I wasn't stupid.
If you just died in a stand-up set and you came off and people were asking you what
Can
were
you
you'd be
imagine?
fucking going
You know
down.
what's great is
What are
we
you
get
gonna
to
try to do?
smash them over the head with a chair. It's great. You know what I mean? You only get yelled at by the club owner. What was that? Well, at least you packed the room.
Yeah.
And then them saying, "What do you think you're going to try to do for your next set?
Oh,
Not like this one."
Oh, I had a guy 2 days ago. After my set, you know how you get on stage. You're like, I like what I did. Cool. Whatever. And this dude and the girl, he's a guy, and the girl is a Latin guy. Because he was like, can I tell you something about your job? I said, no.
No, never.
I said, he goes, I wanted to just, I said, no. I said, you can't tell me a damn thing about how to be funny. He goes, no, but I don't give a damn what you wanted. It was in front of everybody. I said, and I'm not even being mean.
Yeah.
But do you do comedy? I don't. But exactly. I don't want. And the way he did this with his fingers. He did this like the Italian explanation thing. He goes, can I tell you one little? I go, I got laughs, man, and it was good.
Right.
And you just couldn't, you just didn't see the genius in it, huh? I hate it. And he goes, and he wasn't me. He was like, can I just, and he had glasses, and he was a finance guy. And I go, do that. Stay with that. Don't ever. I said, you'll never be funnier than me. I literally so told him.
We should do a thing where a guy, after a stand-up, has to do a press conference. And he's just answering. You think it's time you dropped a John Madden impression? It just, no.
Frank Kelly. No? And then he starts doing it. Well, you got to explain it. You got to know. Boom.
But everyone is like, can you believe Caliendo's still doing that? And I go, he's also still leaving with a suitcase of money. Every night.
And
Just a big suitcase of money.
That Madden, I can't wait to hear that. I love the Madden.
Yeah,
It's hell. And Madden hates him.
Yeah.
And it's funny that he keeps doing it. When he did John Madden, I fell out the chair. It's because it's such a hard impersonation. And he nails it. When he did the John Madden popcorn popper, holy. You ever see that on Mad TV?
No.
He's like, hey, I'm John Madden. Here's my popcorn popper. You put the popcorn in the popcorn. And then it keeps blowing up, and he just gets pissed. It's John Madden getting angry at this popcorn. Woo! And Caliendo, he really knows how to use impersonations and make them funny.
Yeah.
Because it's hard. That's the worst thing for a comic, to impersonate and bomb.
Right.
You were someone else and you stunk.
Well, most comics will have an impression or two, but when it's just wall to wall impressions, if that shit isn't working early on,
it's terrible.
It's gonna be a long set.
Yeah, let me go bomb as Mickey Rourke. Ooh, that stunk. Let me move on to Cosby. Ooh, that stunk. That's why I do impersonations here and there. I just kind of piece them out.
Right.
And it better be the cold, people go, oh.
Yeah.
It's like, I make sure I do my material first. Then I go, oh, guess what? Here's some fun.
Yeah.
I can do impersonation. It's like a sex joke for me. If I do a sex joke, it better be whoop. Yeah. I better rip hard because I'm not a sex joke dude.
Right.
But a sex joke better be like, ooh. Like, you ever eat somebody's booty? That's some crazy shit, Jack. I just do it in my prior voice. White boys will eat some booty, Jack. Goddamn. It better be an amazing booty joke. Or don't do it. It's embarrassing,
I'm just going to plug Dish really quick. I have more stories, though. This week's Dish segment is presented by Dish, TV's leader in voice technology. Dish tuned into you. To learn more and sign up today, call 1-844-CALL-DISH. Go to dish.com or visit a local retailer near you.
Okay. I love the retailer near you.
Yeah.
It's like, who is near me? What retailer is near me?
How do they know?
You know your retailers.
How do they know?
You know your local retailers.
You know, in New York, the retailers that are near you are those real scammy, fishy, dodgy Arab stores. Buddy, I'm a retailer. I'm right next to you. Come inside. Get something good. Good price. Those are always the retailers that are near you.
So JJ Redick, he got heat over the weekend because he was doing a commercial for the Chinese NBA, and he said, "I wish all of the NBA chink fans of China a very happy Chinese New Year."
Come on, dude, really?
And Jeremy Lin had to come in and come to his defense. He said he spoke to him on the phone, and he didn't mean anything by it.
Just the fact that you go to Jeremy Lin seems racist.
Yeah. It's like he's the Al Sharpton of Chinese people. Isn't that what Michael Richards did? He ran right behind Al Sharpton, and I was like, "We forgive him. We've got to forgive. We have to understand that Seinfeld."
I don't think Michael Richards has been outside since.
No,
he's staying in his living room.
You know what's bad is I was with. This is so funny. I was with Michael Richards a week before that. I was at the Laugh Factory with him. And I used to host shows with him. I've seen him snap before. Right. He snapped on an old lady, ran off the stage because I had to come back up and host. And I brought him on stage. I went outside. You've seen the Laugh Factory. I went outside hanging out. And they say, Michael Richards just ran off stage. I go, what? And I run back up. And I go, where did he go? He goes, he just cursed this old lady out and ran off. Yeah. I thought it was hilarious. Because he went off on this lady. So he's, when he gets on stage, he's not a stand-up. Yeah. So he starts like flipping around, bumping into stuff. Because they go, it's Kramer. So he gets that 5-minute applause. Woo! Yeah. So he starts going, hey, how are you? And he does that stuff. And he's running into the walls and tripping. And, we're not 5-year-olds. Right. You know what I mean? So some old lady literally goes, "You're funnier on Seinfeld." And he goes, "What'd you say, you cunt?" He said he went off like he did to those black people. Yeah. So I know he didn't mean bad by it. He's a real weird.
He's got problems. Yeah.
Man.
He literally has problems.
Yeah, man. He's crazy. Yeah.
But I always thought that their heckle was great because they were like, "You peaked with Seinfeld." And I'm like, everyone did. Everyone peaks.
And they're loaded.
Yeah, everybody in Cheers peaked then.
You're good.
You know what I mean? That's it. That's like saying Paul McCartney, the Beatles is the best thing you've ever done.
Right. He definitely shouldn't have let that one get to him.
He lets everything get to him. Yeah. If you even watch any of those, he's like always saying to them, like, "Stop, don't laugh." He's so
you're right. Anytime there's bloopers or whatever, and they're like laughing, he's like
having
really
fun, but him.
Yeah, he gets like really serious.
Fucking me up.
Yeah,
Jerry, stop it.
Yeah.
Wow, and he gets hired.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Pretty crazy.
And he's hired the whole time.
Yeah.
And you can be crazy.
Yeah, you can be crazy if everyone's making money. That's all it takes. Everyone has to make money.
They have to. That's the key. Make money. Be whatever you want to be.
Yeah.
But have an audience.
And the second that money slows down,
they're like, he's a little crazy.
Yeah.
It's a little weird. He's a little off. He's really throwing off our rhythm.
We're making a change.
You know what? It's so funny. I always have stuff happen in my head. That happened to John Amos from Good Times. You remember John Amos, the father? Yeah, he was because the father was pissed because JJ. Speaking of JJ was getting too much publicity and he was being buffoonish. And the father was like, he was a real actor. John Amos was a real theater. He goes, "Yo, it's getting a little ridiculous. He's like a buffoon, man." He's like, it's not about him. And then Norman Lear goes, "Hey, John, I just want to talk to you. Listen," because JJ was bringing in the numbers. Yeah. Dynamite. you know, and he goes, hey, I just want to let you know there's some good news and some bad news. He said, what's the good news? Hey, we're getting renewed for another season. Bad news is you're not going to be with us. Yeah. That was how he got the
he was
phone
dead.
call. He wasn't bringing in the numbers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
That's what, you know, and then, like, I don't even think they gave him a sentence. It's like JJ's mom was just like, he's gone now for 2 months. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, damn. James is dead. No, he's not. He's dead. You know? Gosh. That's so funny.
So another story that happened was, you know, Fergie's anthem.
Oh, yes.
So, she had to come out and defend herself by saying, you know, her rendition was, you know, she didn't intend for it to be that tone. She's a risk taker. She loves this country. She tried her best. And her ex-husband, Josh Duhamel, he had to bring flowers to her door with her kid just to make her feel a little bit better.
She stinks. She's the worst.
That was really bad. That was a rough one.
I love how she tried to jazz it up.
Yeah, you don't do too much. It's already complex enough.
First of all, it's an all-star weekend, right? It was all-star weekend.
Yeah.
It's very black. So what she started to go through the night, like a flag. I said a flag. She stunk. I never thought Fergie was that great anyway.
My favorite show is when she pissed herself. Remember when that was the big
she
thing?
pissed herself?
Yeah, she
there
pissed
was a
herself
rumor
on stage.
that-
It wasn't even a rumor.
It was
You could
true?
visibly see it, yeah.
Why?
And she said, yeah, she just was doing a show, just started peeing herself. I don't
She's
know.
had to.
She got banged out, I guess, the night before.
She was like, I'm
keep it tight.
such a shitty singer. I can't believe I'm getting away with this. She had a wet spot. Look at it.
Yeah,
Damn.
it's pretty.
That
pretty
band was as big as you could get there for like 2-3
Black
years.
Eyed Peas was huge, but I liked them before her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think she never did it for me. I thought she was average, and she proved it. Thank you for that horrible rendition.
One time we were in here, and
Colin Kaepernick's getting beefed at.
Yeah.
Jeez, look at her. She disrespecting the service?
Yeah, of course.
I should have taken a knee.
Yeah. She was in here one time. The Black Eyed Peas were in. They were doing Shave 45, and we were just sitting like this, and we were seeing them. And we're all like, oh, you know what? Fergie's fucking hot. I'd fuck the shit out of Fergie. And we didn't know, but they had a radio one right there. So it went all the way down the hall.
That kid was so cringy.
I know. And all the bosses says was, hey, let's keep the radios off in the hall. They didn't give us any shit about it. But when we heard it, we were like cringing.
Oh my God.
We were cringing.
Yeah, it's like hurts my skin to think of that.
But it was all positive what we were saying.
No, yeah, I mean, like everybody agreed.
Yeah, I would eat her asshole. I would. Does that sound crazy? I'd do it.
I mean, you know, yeah. It's something to say. I ate Fergie's asshole.
I didn't even say Vito said he'd blow Will.i.am. Wasn't that right?
Wow. No. He'd blow Will.i.am?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, right?
Yeah, it's confusing.
Oh, you meant that.
Isn't that weird that the same guy's in both rooms? Yeah. The prestige.
I know. The prestige.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would. Oh, you would blow him, huh?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
I mean, why not?
I mean, you're not. Yeah, you have no expression.
No,
you're
whatsoever.
determined.
Gonna do it.
He's like if a serial killer came bigger. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause you never say a big.
No,
thick
they're
serial
actually
killer.
usually pretty slight.
They're very, very small.
They are tiny. They are tiny. But you remember that movie 5? Was it with Ray Liotta? Was it 5?
I remember that one.
They were in that hotel. Yeah. It was that mystery with I think Amanda Peet.
Was it raining the whole time in the motel?
Oh,
And that dude was like,
yeah, it was in his head. Yeah,
it was in his head.
Yeah,
he was kind of a thick dude.
Yeah, he was.
He was kind of a thick.
He was big.
I think John Wayne Gacy was kind of.
He was thick too.
John Wayne Gacy.
He was a little
but
bit
he had
bigger.
children. You know what I mean? Like,
Right,
he
that's
wasn't
different.
He had a
going after full
giant
adults.
head. He had a really big head.
Yeah, he did.
He had a big skull. Fat face.
Godfrey's in studio. Godfrey's show, The Power Hour, airs daily noon to 1 p.m. Eastern on Urban View, channel 126. And Godfrey's performing this Thursday through Sunday at Levity Live in West Nyack, New York.
Yeah.
LevityLive.com for tickets.
What have you been waiting for with that plug, Chris? You've been very slow in the plugs today.
I apologize.
What
Godfrey.
about my Instagram? Is Comedian Godfrey? Do that too.
On Instagram at Comedian Godfrey.
You have to. Instagram
Yes.
isn't. You have to say these things.
Yeah.
Even if you do a sketch, you go. Were you on Stephen Colbert? Nah, I was on this sketch that got 5 million views. Let them know about that.
Right.
Like the dancing cat. That was me. So it's like the social network. I kind of got rid of my ego, my old school ego, and I got with these Instagram stars, started doing sketches with them, and my numbers went up.
Is that right?
I had to.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, "No, man." I was like, "Hey, they know who we are."
Yeah.
And they're excited. And I'm like, "Hey, Godfrey, yeah, we'd like." I go, "Yes," because I would hate an Instagram star to get like snobby with me. That'd be like, ugh, where do you go from there?
Yeah.
You can't get followers from them, and they don't like you. So I got with King Batch. There's a guy named King Batch. Has 14.8 million. His friend Amanda Cerny has 20 million followers, and another guy named Rennie has 1 million. So I've done sketches with all three, and I was at about 8,000 followers last year. I'm at 92,000.
Wow.
That is a jump for me. So I had hope. I'm coming to 6 figures. I'm getting there. I'm at 90. I think I'm 92.4. Sounds like a radio station, but I'm at 92.4. Power 92.4. Yeah.
All right, we got to wrap this up, man. But
thank
so
you.
great having you here
Thanks
today.
so much.
Thank you.
We finally did it.
We did it. I want to come again.
Yeah,
Please.
do it.
Thank you.
Godfrey's been in studio. Godfrey's show, The Power Hour, airs daily from noon to 1 p.m. Eastern on Urban View, Channel 126. God's performing this Thursday through Sunday at Levity Live in West Nyack, New York. LevityLive.com for tickets, and on Instagram at Comedian Godfrey.
Thank you.
It's Bennington.
Welcome back to Bennington. Jessica Kirson's in studio.
Oh, it sounds like 20 people.
Jessica is performing at the DC Improv March 2nd and 3rd, DCimprov.com for tickets, and she'll be headlining at the Comedy Cellar in New York City March 11th, ComedyCellar.com for tickets.
See, Jessica, you looked around to see whether you have to wear headphones. I never do.
Yeah, because Gail is, and you're not, and I don't know what to do. Should I wear
Even when I
one?
take calls.
They're
no
comforting
headphones.
to me, though.
Me too. I feel safe, like no one's going to molest me.
You
or
know what?
anything.
I know it's
I know, me
That
too. It's
is-
why I'm heavy to
Yeah.
keep people away. I'm serious. I'm purposely heavy so that I don't get harassed.
You can just walk through
It's
past
true.
Harvey Weinstein at the spa.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I can't walk past him without getting excited, but
Have you ever met him before?
no.
I had him
No.
on the show 3 times.
You did?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Really got along well with him.
I bet. I bet he's very charismatic.
We just sat and talked movies. And, he's made some of the greatest movies of my lifetime. And then he would text after and be like, hey, that was great. Keep thinking about stuff. And I'd be like, yes, Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
Sounds like I'm going to be writing a movie with him.
Right.
And then,
And now he's like ruined.
now I act like I've never heard of the man.
Yeah, now you're like,
deleted everything. That is the weird thing, though, is like to anyone who knows anybody, now.
Right.
As somebody they know.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can't look at the numbers of women affected by this and then go. Then most guys.
You know what mine is?
Yeah.
Godfrey. Godfrey is the guy. No.
What about him?
No, I'm just saying. I acted like he was on the list.
Oh.
He's not. He doesn't need to.
He doesn't need to force people.
Women come to him.
Right.
Readily.
Yeah.
Chris, who was yours? There's your dad, right?
Yeah, he
out of
really
everybody.
fucked me up. Yeah, I was
Your
thinking about
dad
my
fucked
mom.
me up too. He was so inappropriate.
I actually became okay after being with his dad.
Right.
I'm like, I am a bottom. I'm a submissive.
Right. Are you?
I don't know. I think I'm lazy.
Me, I am too.
Yeah, that is really funny. Is that people are just like, yeah, I'm submissive. Just means like I want to lay down.
Yeah.
It's really what it means.
Just being in the fetal position mean I'm submissive.
Right. It's like don't hit me. But
I also
I also just want to lay here.
here.
I don't mind being yelled
Don't
at
hit
or
me.
called names. That doesn't bother me. It's a little bit of spit. What do I care?
Did you know I spit on someone once? And she goes, That's amazing. I just told someone the other day, and she goes, did you just spit on me? I'm like, but the last person I was with like that.
I know.
Has that ever happened to you when you do something that someone else liked? And then the next person's like, what? Did you just spit on me?
Yeah, or the opposite.
Out.
Like somebody do something that like
that's
their
happened to me
old
too.
person was with, and you're like, that doesn't fly here. Like, that's not.
That's
happened
happened to me
It's
too.
too early for this to happen. Yeah. Well, that's why any of those books are lies. You can't have like, what women want or great sex positions. Right. Because everybody's different.
Yeah,
That's
it's
true.
hard to understand sometimes I think for men to understand that women are different, that there isn't like one key way to be.
You have to sexually listen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You have to pay attention to what they like.
I don't think most people do.
No.
I don't.
You don't at all. You just start spitting. That's your thing.
Well, no, I just...
She's coming through the room. She's taking her pants down and hockering.
Isn't that attractive?
Are you mad at me?
No, I did that. Someone I was with liked that, and then so the next person I tried it. Thank you. Is that water? Yeah. Oh, it's in a coffee cup. That's so confusing. It's prune juice.
Do we have a water cup?
I don't need a water. I mean, I'd rather this cup. It makes me feel important.
You seem like you're a coffee
You seem like you're going to get something done.
I love coffee. Yes, I'm addicted to coffee. I have a bad addiction to coffee.
You have to have it every day.
Every morning, or else I can't function. How do we go from spitting? No, I love coffee, and I guess I have become lazy too. Mm-hmm. And if someone asks me to do something, I'll do it. But you just have to be careful, just what you just do, because you're used to it.
Yes, and
just got quiet.
Yeah, well,
feel unsafe.
It's anything that's sexual will bring the room a little. Oh
God!
Is that the
In
right
this
thing?
room?
No, I'm not here.
Oh, okay.
Not here.
I'm like in other rooms.
Yeah. Yes.
For all your rooms in the future.
Right. But we're the only father-daughter team where we can say, yeah, did you put your thumb in it? And then no one's going to be weirded out by that.
It's very familiar for me to talk like that around a parent.
You know, when you guys did the Gail Meets Girls, I fucking laughed so hard at your thing that was so great is private parties that you had done.
I don't even remember what I said.
Yeah, you were just talking about hideous, horrible private parties.
You told a story about like a Jewish party.
Which one? I do like one a week.
I can't even believe that's...
Yeah.
If you could get here at 3:00 for an 8:00 showtime.
And then they get there at like 4, so I'll sit backstage and hear,
do you want to sit here? Who wants to sit on the end?
I'll sit on the end.
No, I need to sit on the end.
And they just keep switching seats for like 3 hours before the show starts, and I have like one finger sandwich.
But you'll get decent money to do those gigs.
Finger sandwich. Yeah, that's why I do them. They're horrible. But
but you know it's going to be a bad night.
Well, that's why I charge a lot now.
Yeah.
I remember the first one I did in someone's living room in New Jersey. This was literally, 18 years ago. And I told Judy Gold that I made $200. It was all Israeli men and me.
Right.
And they were just sitting in a circle in the living room. And I was like, hey, how's everyone doing? It was horrible. Horrible. It was torture. And Judy goes, are you fucking crazy? Like, she could not believe that all I charged was $200. She said, the harder the gig is, the more you charge. And ever since then, I charge a lot. Yeah, I'm not doing this unless you pay me. And it needs to be cash.
Right, yeah, of course. It has nothing to do with the government.
Yeah, and a razor.
But, when you're younger, $200 for one night, it seems like a lot of money. So that's...
Yeah, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah.
And to this day, I still struggle with, asking for enough and doing that. But
yeah.
That's
you don't have somebody who books it for you?
I'm starting to give it to other people, but I have a control thing with my business.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I've been doing it myself for so many years.
You basically manage
my bookings.
Yourself. Yeah. Oh.
Well, I've always had managers, but when it comes to booking myself, I do it mostly myself.
But you were just telling me and Godfrey, as he, took us to that spot, that you can't get a special, which is insane to me.
Well, he brought it. He brought up that I was underrated or something, and I said to him, "I can't get it. Yeah, I can't get a special. I mean, unless I produce it myself, which I'm not doing right now.
Right?
It is nuts. It's the only thing it's the only thing that I feel better about. Does that make sense? Like I've done. I feel very grateful. To say I've done the Tonight Show twice, like so many things. I'm really grateful because a lot of people can't say that, and they're really funny. But the one thing I can't wrap my brain around is that. That's the only thing.
But you get how much you beat up a room, right?
I don't know why I said it went back. If they want that, I will beat them up.
That was literally, seriously, that was literally Freudian. There was nothing.
I did a one night. I had a one night stand, and the woman said, "Slap me," and I said, "I don't know you, so I feel weird hitting you. Like if I loved you, I'd beat you,
right?
If that's what you want, but I don't know you, so it's kind of weird." And then I just was forced into it because I couldn't say no. So I just kept slapping her. I'm like dead, and I wasn't even feeling anything. I was like, "You like it? You like it?
You know what you've done to make me this angry?
Something terrible."
I would hit anyone for any reason. I had no problem if someone needed that.
Really?
I could dead leg them. I'll come in and give them that knee to the thigh. Drop
I don't believe it.
The funny thing is that you're saying it, but like in a selfless way. Like it's not like you're into it, but
no,
that's
what you're into it.
No, I would give whatever needs to be given.
But you're not into it, are you?
I'm dead inside.
I know, me too. I don't. I mean, I get all that stuff, but not. It's weird when you don't know. I can't. I know that sounds crazy, but it's like weird to me if you don't know someone to just slap them and choke them.
I don't want to know. The girl made me drill a tooth, and I'm like, I don't want to hit a nerve. That's what I was saying. I don't want to hit a nerve here.
I know. I had to remove someone's spleen one.
Let me know if I'm going too fast. I don't know. Because your girlfriend, didn't she have like a wicked side to her or something? Not the girl that you're with now. Not the Costa Rican.
No, but there was a girl I was with. I've been off Tinder.
Oh God, his Tinder.
Well,
thing.
first off, there was one girl I met in a hotel room, and then we just had like dirty sex for 2 hours.
But she was mentally insane.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, that's always.
Yeah, that's.
She was
when is dirty
ill.
sex not with someone who's meant? I mean,
but that's what makes it scary. That somebody's going to go like, "Hey, you were somebody that was just."
It's like special needs or something. Like
you're with a special needs person.
I want you to hit me.
Yep,
that's
horrible.
How
it went down.
That is fun. Ow! Ow!
That her mom. She doesn't know what she's saying.
Don't hit my helmet. You'll break your hand. I'm so horrible.
She comes in on a big heavy bike.
Yeah, on a jazzy.
Yeah.
Fuck my ear.
All right, I can't do that. You sure you're okay?
What? I can't hear you. Dick's in my ear.
Oh no! You don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone.
I can't hear you. Now she's deaf and retarded. Yeah. Oh God. Now I'll get hate mail. That's good because I want to get hate mail today so that I can overeat.
You really feel like having a big meal and need something to feel bad
I
about.
have to look at like the news or hate mail or something, and then I'll just eat whatever I want.
And you deserve it.
Of course. I have to heal it.
Oh, this is good news because of what those kids are doing that they've decided to ban all the assault rifles. I didn't think it would work out so fast, but it did.
Oh, great.
In just a few hours, they did. Oh, no, they were turned down to even talk to the governor. Okay. Okay.
I was just looking on the screens for the information that they were banned. I'm so gullible.
You were so happy.
I just was like, wait, where does it say
You were going
that?
to be kissing a nurse in Times Square in a couple of minutes.
I know.
It was going to be VJ Day.
Well, I think this is going to make a difference, but I don't normally say that, but I do.
Naive. Never.
I'm on your side. I kind of believe that this isn't going to.
Kids, wake up! You had a dream that the
I
world
think
was good.
with the machine guns and the
They
bump
don't
stocks and
bump stocks, man. They'll probably throw in a bump stock, but that's it. You're not going to get the machine guns gone.
Well, I don't know. That sucks.
Yeah,
It
it
is
sucks,
what it is.
but
This country.
the-
You know what I mean?
like I said-
So what do we do? We're just going to die?
We're just going to die. And that's what we've been doing. It's what we've been doing.
it is shocking. Well, I was saying how crazy, how quickly it turned from this is a tragedy, this is awful, look at these terrible children, what they had to endure, to about 48 hours later of them being like, I think they're actors, and do they even have a right
of course,
to say?
yeah.
I was like, when I saw that last night, I was like, oh, that was quick. That
Yeah.
we already hate these children who are survivors.
Yeah, they're
of a-
snowflakes and
Yeah.
they're weak and pussies. I know.
And by the way,
And they all saw their friends being blown apart. Yeah.
Right.
There's
But
one
they're-
little
but
girl
they're
today.
I know. Yeah,
her
they all-
eye is bloodshot because she has a piece of fucking shrapnel behind her eye.
Oh, God.
And she's on, and she was unbelievable. And then people are like, actor, she's fake, and she's a bitch. Why don't these fucking bitches shut up?
It's awful.
Shut up.
We need our
Get over it.
we need our fucking Second Amendment guns.
But I had to walk over my friends and they were bleeding. Who cares? You're going to
Yeah.
be okay.
When I was your age, I
go
was
buy
working.
a gun.
But then there's also people who are right now saying, like, are we really going to listen? Like, are we really going to change our constitutional rights based on what a couple of kids could say? But these are also the same people that you think should own guns. Like,
And
if they're
they
18 years old,
run the internet.
You
There
tr-
might be some kind of difference.
you
never
trust them
know.
with a gun, but you don't trust them to have an opinion.
I want a gun.
Aw, so sweet.
I know.
I'm gonna shoot everyone.
It's adorable. The kid that shot me was so cute.
Yeah. I want a Baba and a machine gun, Daddy.
Baby guns coming soon. That would be just the cutest little thing that ever
I
happened.
know.
Yeah.
I hope they come out.
What are you trying to do? Because you're going to plug? Is
I
that
want
it?
to plug.
Okay,
yeah.
go ahead, plug.
Jessica Kirson's in studio. She's performing at the DC Improv March 2nd and 3rd, DCimprov.com for tickets. And she'll be headlining at the Comedy Cellar in New York City March 11th, ComedyCellar.com for tickets, JessicaKirson.com for all of Jessica's dates.
And like I said before, it's a known fact just how funny Jessica is. And I've watched her destroy rooms, destroy them.
Thank
Where
you.
people...
It's not about that, though.
What is it about? Reaching people? Is it about touching people?
I don't know. I think it's about I don't know what's going on, to be honest with you. Normally I do.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if it's become less and less about people being funny.
And what do you think it is now?
Not to say that a lot of funny people get specials. That's not what I'm talking about. But it's a lot of, I guess it's always been like this: connections, who you know, help from other people, looks. But comedy, it was never about looks until now. Never.
Until recently.
It's like, I mean, if you think about even female comics from years ago, I don't know. People that show pictures of their tits and ass have 700,000 followers. I don't know.
Yeah, but
I really don't.
It always is odd to me too, though, because you can also just hit one other link and go to porn. So why do you want
That's
a
interesting.
sexy comedian?
Right.
You know,
Yeah, I
fucking
don't
want
know
that.
either. I don't, because I don't think it's about that. The problem is then a lot of people go to see the person and guys and girls and they don't deliver.
Right.
And then, they don't get what they thought they were going to get. But I don't really know what it is. I'm not sure.
But Gail, let's agree on this. Who's got better eyes in the history of this business
No
than
one.
Jessica?
Eyes?
Eyes. You don't hear that all the time.
I've heard it.
Yeah.
But not like a ton. No.
Yeah,
That's very sweet.
That's the
Thank
first
you.
thing that I always notice with
Really?
you.
Mhm.
Immediately.
Really?
Immediately.
That's
That's
so
also one of the
nice.
things I think that you're such a great performer because you can go in so many different places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I am nuts on stage.
Yes, you are.
Sometimes I'm like, am I having a nervous breakdown?
Yeah.
I get off stage. I'm like, what just happened?
You know what?
You just black out.
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
This
I have
is-
no idea what I even said.
This is one of my favorite things about you. You'll be killing so hard, and then you'll have a second that doesn't work as well as you want, and rant about that for the next 10 minutes
Because I'm enraged.
Yeah, but that quickly.
But I'm trying not to be so defensive. I'm trying to be more positive, but it's very
You're
hard.
failing at that.
I,
Yeah, you're failing at
I
that.
really am trying.
But everything that you always say about therapy, that's all true with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been in therapy since I'm 8 years old.
Wow.
Mostly on, sometimes not. I didn't go, but Yeah, my mom's a therapist. I went to EST. I don't know if you know what that is.
Sure, I remember.
When I was 8 years old. When
Yeah.
I was 10. And they made us, it was like a self-help, self-aware workshop crazy thing. My mom worked for them. She was a seminar leader, and they gave everyone a microphone and made them go around the room, all the kids. And I was like, I didn't know what to say. So I was like, I guess I probably said something like, my parents fight all the time, whatever. And I complained, you're going to love this. And the next thing I know, I'm walking on a stage with a big sign around my neck that said victim. If that's not going to fuck you up, that's a true story.
What was the purpose of that?
Because that's what it was all about. It's like taking response. But I was 10.
Yeah.
You know?
But those things would go on like, you couldn't go to the bathroom and everything.
Right, I wasn't allowed to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, it became this big thing that you would go away for weekends at a time. It's when it all kind of exploded
didn't know
in the
anything about
70s. Yeah, and a lot of it went into, a lot of the stuff that they complain about now has moved into more mainstream places.
Right.
But they
Right,
still
that's
do
true.
it.
It's called the Forum and Landmark now.
Right, right.
Landmark.
That's exactly.
And
yeah.
a lot of people in our business go.
Yeah.
A lot.
Really?
Yes.
And that's the same thing. It's like group sessions where people are.
It's a very, the concept of it, a lot of it makes sense. Like it's about kind of, part of it is about not sticking to a story your whole life, which I really do believe. Like
Right.
if you've had something happen to you, to not make that the reason you don't move on your entire life, which most people do.
Yeah.
Like I know it sounds, I was abused, so, but that's their story and they never get over it. Not to say it's not horrible, but
Right.
40 years later to still be stuck because of that one experience or
Right.
whatever. So,
And no one ever gets that stuck on positive experiences.
right.
No one's just like, I accomplished something when I was in fourth grade.
That's true.
That I'll just never be over. I just can't believe I did it. I won the spelling bee? Are you fucking kidding me?
I'll never, I'm the greatest person.
There's a little league home run that I have that I've relived. You know what I mean? Too many times.
I took the best shit in 72. And I just can't stop thinking about it.
You know what? I always find that that's kind of interesting about like animals, that they seem to shake it off in a way. Like they say, like a three-legged dog doesn't even remember when he had four legs. It's no big deal to them.
Yes,
yeah.
it's really
how
weird.
do you know that?
I don't know, but like you see it all the time. It's like dog amputees, like they'll get up and they'll fall down. And they're like, oh, I don't have a leg there. And then they're just like, I guess I'll just hop. And then like they're just like as happy to like eat and chase a ball and do everything.
I don't know why I think that's funny. Could you imagine if a person just lost a limb and they're like, oh, whatever, just start.
But this annoyed me so bad. There was a thing a couple years ago that there was this bear in Jersey that was just walking around like a person, just like standing up, was walking down the street. And I'm like, what the fuck? Bears are evolving. And then they're going, no, his paw hurt. So he hurt his paw, so he couldn't. I'm like, so that's the only reason they don't walk upright? Because they have a paw that works? Look, you just put up walking bear.
Oh my God, look at that thing. That's
it's real.
That is not a bear.
Yeah, and that's not even
no,
the
it's
one.
not.
That's like a child
That's
in a bear
person.
suit.
I'm not kidding. I know you think I'm joking.
Give him some candy.
I
'cause that's a
swear
great costume.
that is a costume. That's a costume. That's a little person.
All right, move on to another one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because that
do
one
the
has a
Jersey walking
swagger.
bear. Yeah.
All right, that one I believe. What?
No, when he
Look at
goes
him there.
quick, it's weird. Look at when he moves fast.
And you can see he's kind of holding his paw weird. Like,
Yeah.
ow, my fucking hand's killing me.
I don't
Hand.
like that at all.
No, I don't
a
like it
walking
either.
bear. It's not okay.
I don't like whenever.
It's like if I walked on all four. If I, could you imagine if I walked in on my hands and knees? What would you say?
Finally, this is all I've ever wanted.
This is part of the agreement to do the show. You have to be on your hands and knees.
This is an S thing that we're using to get you back over it.
You're here for another seminar, honey.
Chris, do you feel like a victim? Because I know you had a rough childhood.
I mean, yeah, it was pretty weird, but I don't like think about it a lot.
Yeah, but you also don't give yourself any credit whatsoever.
I don't think-
you don't think that you're worth anything.
Yeah,
But that's
but
probably that could-
Yeah.
you don't
Do
think
you?
about it a lot, but then you drink a lot, and that's your
Oh, yeah.
way of dealing with it.
yeah, just pounding alcohol.
Yeah. I wish.
No, I overly believe myself. It's
You
too
do?
much. Yeah, it's
No,
too
you
much.
don't.
Yeah, it's just constantly like the other day. I honestly thought that I could be an astronaut, and I gave a call to Elon Musk. I go, I'm pretty sure I could fly that rocket. I even went. I actually went into a hospital before and told them that I could operate on people. I said, I know if you give me the chance, I know I can do it.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
If you are that confident.
Yes, I am. I know I
Wow.
could do a brain surgery thing. I've seen it. And now,
Is he? You're not. confident.
No, I'm very confident when it comes to that. I'm like Will Smith's kids. I've got that kind of confidence.
What are you not confident about?
Well, I don't. I believe in the Carney and Rube stuff, so I feel like you guys thinking that there's going to be changes made is Rube. You know what I mean? Like the Carneys are out there.
So you don't feel positive about what's happening?
I don't allow myself to believe in America
Right. I
or
understand.
the people.
But so if then this would turn around and make a difference and make a change, you would be pleasantly surprised. But
I
you
would
weren't.
be pleasantly surprised.
But
and
you
I go-
wouldn't be confident.
And then I would actually do this. I go, oh, I wonder what the real angle is. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I
Right.
wonder how much they're making by doing that. I think everything is
Well, that's true.
profit-driven.
Everything's about money. It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they
agree.
definitely won't make a decision that hurts them financially.
Yeah.
So
No matter how many people died.
Yeah.
Well, they don't care.
I mean, the opiate crisis is a perfect way of looking like, hey, we can give these people opiates and we'll make a lot of money out of it.
Mhm.
And then even when they're caught, they're like, yeah, but we still want to keep making
That's the
opiates."
worst thing. Yeah. It
Nothing
is.
bothers them.
No, they don't care.
But you can't get rich without cutting other people out. You can't get that kind of rich.
No, you can't.
Without hurting other people.
Mhm.
And they can, a lot of these guys will lay off thousands of people so they can get their Christmas bonus
Right.
of, millions of dollars. And then they go like this. And, I'm worth it. I am worth it.
Yeah.
I know.
You have
Isn't
to have
that
a certain
incredible?
part
Yeah.
of your brain that shuts off what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I don't
I
even think that
agree.
that's like a special kind of person, because there's enough people who work in business
Right.
that do things like that they must go. If someone were to say, "Do you know how many people you hurt? Do you know how many, you're dumping toxic waste and now people are," they
Right.
must just go like, "No." Like they just must be able to turn.
Well, we
that
all
off.
do it to some extent. Like, I know that I'm pushing Chris into a heart attack by working him too hard. But I feel like I want the show to be good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
So do I.
want a good show.
Yeah. So if he has to die, at least the show will be good.
Yeah. At least I'll tell you, we'll do like a thing of, hey, memories of Chris.
Oh, yeah.
That'll-
That will
I'll have
be
people
really
crying
good.
at home.
Good.
Yeah.
Jessica Kirson's in studio.
Yes,
Jessica's,
we know that.
I just want to let everyone know that Jessica's performing at the DC Improv March 2nd and 3rd.
So funny.
DCimprov.com for tickets. And she's headlining at the Comedy Cellar in New York City March 11th. ComedyCellar.com for tickets. And JessicaKirson.com for all of Jessica's dates.
And I'm going to tell you again, I can't emphasize how funny this person is.
That's so sweet.
So unique.
That means a lot.
And
coming
so
from you.
funny.
Thank you.
You probably have zero worries about anyone stealing from you, because I don't know how anyone else could do it. I don't know how they could do your
You
material.
know what's interesting? I have some friends who take on my persona.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
People
I
just hanging
don't
out
I
with
don't
you?
say it to a lot of people say it to them. Like you're really kind of like Jessica. You're doing Jessica's
Wow.
thing. Yeah. But
Because I think it would be so obvious if somebody was doing
it
that.
is obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the talking to the wall thing, I've a couple of people have done that a little,
Yeah.
but people will say that's Jessica's that,
Yeah.
But I wouldn't even notice if someone was doing what I'm like so clueless.
Because you think you're normal.
I don't think I'm I know I'm out of my mind.
Victim.
Where's my sign?
But your personal life is happy, right? You have
No,
not at all. Come on.
No.
I want you to be
make
happy.
it difficult. I know. I want to be happy too. I'm
Yeah.
working on it. Seriously. Yeah. When I'm conscious of it and making an effort, I'm much happier. But I've had a lot of stuff the past couple of years. I mean, not to be, I really have. Like a lot of family, like like, oh my God, it's been crazy. It's one thing after the other.
Yeah, that is true now, right?
I mean, really.
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't want to tell people too much because it's so depressing.
But do you think it was like that when you were younger, except for the adults were handling it? Now that when you move into the adult thing, you're like, oh, this is a lot more fragile than I thought. Like the human condition is pretty fragile.
I mean, life has gotten kind of hard.
Yeah.
But it wasn't for, I mean, I don't know. It just, really, there's been like things that have happened, and I've had to just stick in this career and keep getting on stage and doing stuff. And it's not easy when you have life stuff going on.
It is true. And I'm getting to the point now, like when I have a friend die, no one freaks out. Like I always had friends that would get killed or whatever, and everyone would freak out. We'd have a big funeral. And now, like, people that I was real good friends with, like, oh, he's gone. I'm like, oh, shit, really? Oh,
God.
What was it? His heart? His brain? What was it? You know what I mean? Like, but you don't
I know, that's how I
explode
feel.
with pain the way you did when you were younger.
And
You're
I
numb
don't
to it.
realize, sometimes like my therapist or someone go, do you realize what you're dealing with right now? Like, do you, and I'm like, no, I don't even think about it because then I can't function.
Right.
You know, I just don't think about it
You're
lot.
like a soldier in war.
Yeah,
you
I
just
am.
keep moving.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
But it's exhausting. So recently I've just been like, I got to start balancing everything better. Because then I'm doing too much stand up. It's like there's never time to just be.
Yeah, because there's always the next show.
Yeah.
Right? You can't enjoy.
I mean, I have 3 tonight, 1 tomorrow, 7 over the weekend.
That's
And
just
it's
brutal.
just crazy.
And people, and that's the thing where a lot of times you don't realize, like I said, you get how good the sets are. Because I'll see her and she's in the middle of 7 sets. It's not like she can stop on the 3rd one and go, let's celebrate this. Let's take this in. Because she's jumping into a cab and going to the next one.
Right.
It's insane.
But last night, like I did City Center, the Patrice O'Neill benefit, and I had a really good set, and I literally forced myself to stay on stage for a second and just take it in. I
Good.
did.
Good for
I was
you.
like, I consciously thought, just stand here for 1 second.
You know what?
Because I just walk off and go to the next show.
Yeah. Yes.
And
Yes.
it was, I wanted to just feel it for 1 second.
Yeah. And then they're like, come on, we got a show to do. Just move out.
And then there's some comics who just take it in every show. You know those
I
people?
know.
I don't get it. They're like, I did great.
Yeah.
I'm
the funniest
I'm the opposite
person.
of that.
Yeah. when I had a comedy club and somebody would call me and go, my act is amazing. I'm one of the funniest people. I go, you can't be. Because
said
funny
that.
people just don't feel that way.
Right.
They feel like
You
they
wouldn't
just
be
missed
saying
it.
that if you were so funny.
You're just like, I'm almost good. You know what I mean? I'm almost where I want to be.
Right.
Like, I guarantee you, Brian Regan is driving home from gigs going, what the fuck?
Yeah, you think
Brian?
about
Just-
everything you didn't do or there was
Some
2,000
tag.
people in the audience last night and I'm on stage in the middle of my act and I'm watching a guy texting.
Right.
I'm one guy out of 2,000 people. This is not a joke.
Yeah.
Three rows in or something. And the whole time I'm performing, I'm like, don't do it.
Yeah,
Don't say something, but I wanted to fucking kill him because he was right in front of me just the entire
But here's
set.
the weird thing. He could have been tweeting Jessica's great.
I know, I let it go.
Yeah.
But years ago, I would have
would've
focused
went
on
right
that
in.
and gone into it.
But the eye does wander to what isn't working.
Negative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had that recently. Dan swore that he saw me not enjoying his set. Dan Perlman swore. And I was sitting with Chris, I was sitting with Vito, and they were like, not only was she enjoying it, Vito was willingly saying she enjoyed it a lot more than we were. She was laughing the whole time. So I can't even imagine.
more than we did.
But he was just like, I must have just looked at you at some moment and you were just staring back at me and you weren't laughing. And I was
Right.
like, well, were you setting something up? I don't know when you
We're
looked
so
at me.
damaged.
But I
We're
swear,
so
You know what I said to him? I go, if you would have looked my way, you would have saw another person not laughing. I go, there was a whole table of us.
Actually, everyone, she was the only person left.
But it was so aggressive. I felt like I couldn't believe he came at me because I was so excited. I went backstage and immediately hugged him, and he was just like, "Did you not think it was funny?"
Oh, that's incredible.
And I was like, "Oh
Yeah.
my god, what? No!"
Does he perform for old Jews because they don't laugh or smile, and then they come up to you after and say that was very funny, and you're like, okay, because you looked miserable, miserable.
I saw Jeffrey Gurian doing that at a show once, just staring at me.
I've seen him stare at me many times.
And then later,
I think that that's
he goes, let me write something in the column about you. And I go, you didn't even enjoy it.
But that's the thing. Maybe that's how some people just take in. Like
I don't like it. I
they're
don't
sitting
care.
there and
At
they're
least
going,
smile.
I'm enjoying this moment.
Yeah,
they
but you
don't-
can't do that. You have to at least smile.
I just yelled at him Jeffrey, your wig's inside out. And that was me striking out. Jessica, I shouldn't do that. I'm just striking out from my own pain.
Well, yeah. I try to pick nuts out of his
All right, we got to wrap this up. You're fantastic.
So funny.
You're the
I know. I
best.
can't believe I have to go.
Yes.
It's very upsetting.
Yeah, I know. We wanted it to be
It's
better.
nice in here. It's cool.
It is.
and
It's nice and cool.
No, it was
well
great.
sitting.
Yeah, it's very relaxing.
Well,
Jessica
Chris,
Kirsten.
I just want to say something. We can do this every Wednesday now.
Jesus
We want
Christ.
to. Now,
Timing is horrible.
do your plug, but have some fucking enthusiasm.
Jessica Kirson's been in studio. Jessica's performing at the DC Improv March 2nd and 3rd. DCimprov.com for tickets. Jessica will be headlining at the Comedy Cellar in New York City on
Stop
March
acting
11th.
like you're forced and you're speeding this up, like you're a boulder rolling
do it
down a
slowly.
hill.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Do it
Jessica, I
slowly.
apologize.
Unbutton a couple buttons.
And spit.
You're
And
not-
spit on me while you do it.
Smack it.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Kiss your own nipple while you say it.
Okay. Jessica's
What is your
headlining.
thing? Do you have a weird thing, Chris?
Oh my God, he is touching his
Yeah.
Yeah,
nipple.
why not? Why shouldn't I? Well, everyone
The
likes
way
nipple
you're
play.
touching it is
Yeah.
so crazy.
It's like a funky
It seems like
chicken.
you're going at it a more
Yeah,
difficult
you
way.
really-
That, like,
From up top.
Dun, 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 dun. That's how his arms
Yeah.
are.
I think
They're
you
out.
should just go underhanded.
No.
That's how
Why
I
would
would
I do it
think.
that
Yeah, underhand. Right.
Yeah,
like
you
this.
don't need to go from up
No,
here.
yeah.
Oh, that's so true. You're putting your hands over. You need to go
Step
under.
under.
Yeah,
I like-
go
I
under.
like it from
Go
the
try
top.
it under.
Okay. I mean,
See?
that's not bad.
How
It's not
fucking
bad.
You look
But see,
prettier.
Look how more restful that is. You're
I
taking
feel
the
sick.
pressure off your.
Why?
It's a lot. It's right across from me.
Jessica's headlining at the Comedy Cellar in New York City, March 11th. ComedyCellar.com for tickets and JessicaKirson.com for all of Jessica's dates.
What is your kink, though? Chris? Just tell us very fast.
Well, I there was this one girl that I made her act like
No,
a,
but for you.
Wait, you
Yeah,
made
just-
her act like what? I'm sorry. Can I just hear that really quick? Can you imagine an owl?
He's just fucking loving it. Oh, God, this is great.
like a footrest. She wanted.
What?
What's
Oh,
wrong?
that's sick.
She liked
You
it too.
fuck.
I said
You
what
made
you
her act
like.
like a foot.
You're a disgusting fuck.
You're lazy.
I want to be comfortable. What's wrong with putting your feet up?
You know what? You're not safe here. We tried to make you feel safe, and you're not.
Chris, this isn't something that
Is that
helps
the
you.
kinkiest thing?
Yeah. That's just something
Just
that makes him
foot?
feel better after a long day at the track.
I know. You were just tired, is what you're saying.
What is it about you? What did you do? What is your thing? What excites you?
What gives you?
I always like piercings and tattoos. Like I.
Well, then
gravitate
get
towards-
some.
No, on women.
That's something you visually like. Jem, what do you need? What do you like sexually? Something that you like.
She looks really uncomfortable. Hold on, let me
What do you
take
like?
my pants.
A bracelet. Jen likes
Let
a
me
bracelet.
masturbate while she's trying to think of an answer. She looks
She wants a
uncomfortable.
bed of money.
I thought you were just going to say mustard for some reason.
That would be fun.
That's pretty cool.
Just a bed of
I'm really
mustard.
into mustard.
I would say probably like a good body.
A good
Oh,
Like a
God.
really-
I'm
There's two
of
disgusting.
these.
I'm
Yeah.
a
They don't
vile.
even understand.
I could. Yeah.
What do you don't even have a bit of a tinge of
Actually,
sickness.
a good body is like a turn off.
Me
at that
too.
point.
I don't. I like. I don't know, scars. And
Yeah.
Yeah, weird shit.
I just said beheadings.
Yeah. Beheadings.
I can't believe I just.
It's a breakthrough for you. I'm glad you said it. I'm glad that you feel safe enough
That's
to say
what I put in the
beheadings.
search
Yeah.
on YouPorn. Beheadings.
Nothing? Nothing here?
The two of you guys are a footrest and a good body.
Yeah.
Boy,
Yeah.
I'm really gross.
Yeah.
If that's what I'm comparing myself to. I am a horrible person.
All right, we got to go. We'll see you. Jessica, you're the best, by the way.
Thank you
Seriously.
so
Love you
much.
so much,
Seriously.
Jessica.
Love you guys. You're adorable. Thank you for having me.
See you again in 1974.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, the evening is over. We hope you all enjoyed yourselves, and we'll see you all again in 1974. Good evening!